again. It's already fucking garbage. You gotta fight every fucking you can't avoid his stupid fire.
It's funny
and you probably can, but I can't figure it out. And I'm a fucking smarty pants, dude. I graduated never.
From Juilliard in Sonic.
The Juilliard of Sonic.
The Juilliard School of Sonic the Hedgehog.
The Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's it.
A battle against a dragon? Yeah. This is interesting indeed. It's not interesting. It's like the 50th time you've done it. You fucking idiot, stupid hedgehog. You dumbass edgelord.
It's funny.
You fucking Hot Topic shopping piece of shit.
Edgelord.
What the fuck? How are you supposed to avoid that third one? This is bullshit. Fuck. Fuck.
It's cool.
Fuck. Fuck this stupid ass.
This might be our last Sonic and the Black Knight episode.
I hate it.
Oh. Yes.
It goes so slow sometimes. Ah! Why?
No,
The fucking controls are so bad, dude!
Don't lose your composure. You're doing great.
I'm trying. Wait, why does he go so slow? It's supposed to be Sonic the Hedgehog, not fucking
He's
slow-ass motherfucker the Hedgehog.
He's Shadow.
I'm doing it!
Oh my god, please, 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 please.
Please don't let there be- Oh, come on!
Oh my god.
Come on!
Oh my god.
Don't even! Ah!
This is the worst.
What? No! Not back to square one! Not back to square one! Oh no! I don't approve!
You are-
Flash your fucking horn!
You are getting outstanding at this.
Take my fucking dick in your mouth, swish it around like you're fucking trying to clear out your teeth of gingivitis,
Wow.
and get that cum flowing down your throat, baby!
Oh my
Cause this shit's getting real! My dick's a fucking Twinkie you can suck the fucking juice out of, bitch! Oh, you think you can smack your chin on the floor and act all cool and shit? Well, you know what? Back to square one! Why does mine's guaranteed hit? That's stupid!
It's okay, you're fine.
Ah! I'm getting hit! I can't jump, dude! I can't jump!
Use the columns.
This game fucking sucks!
Use the columns.
Ah! No! Yeah, use your fucking dumbass. What?
Okay.
What?
Oh.
Don't check my advance! Don't check it! Don't check! Ah!
Oh my god!
Fuck!
Okay, we're gonna pause it. We're gonna pause it one more time. We're just gonna pause it one more time. Oh my god.
Don't. He's gonna do the fucking chin thing. Unavoidable chin thing. Unavoidable.
No, you're in great shape.
And then when I fly backwards, I'm gonna get hit! It's fucking stupid!
Alright, chill.
It's ridiculous! And now, I'm getting hit! And I gotta get the rings! Oh shit, I gotta get the fucking rings, dude. I gotta get the rings. Or else it's not gonna happen for me.
Oh.
What is What is going on? What?
You have to finish it off in a single blow.
What was that?
I don't know.
What was that? What is happening? what was that? What is this? What was that? What keeps happening? I don't get it! I'm so confused! What was that?
I don't know.
Did you see that?
I don't know.
There was some kind of weird cutscene.
Please don't die.
I'm trying. And he hits me. Oh, please! No! What the fuck even? What even with this? This is such garbage! Ooh! Ooh! And he's gonna do the chin move! Unavoidable chin move! Unavoidable chin move!
It needs to be about 20% cooler.
What the fuck? Ass!
Whoa!
Ass dicks!
Whoa!
Ass fucking dicks, bro!
You actually just destroyed a lighting system in here. Alright, I think, yeah.
Ooh! Ooh, Sonic! Ooh, Sonic! Best game! 2016! Best game of the century, bro! Oh, so good!
It's an improvement,
Fuck my
Donnie.
asshole, dude! Fucking raw with 30 dicks! One after another! Fill me up with your stupid band-aid!
I think this might be the end of our Sonic and the Black Knight playthrough.
A Apocalypse Zero is the most underrated anime of all time, and that's not really too surprising. It's not an easy show to watch if you have even the slightest weakness of constitution, and that's kind of the theme of the experience. The main character is a hero whose father trained him and his older brother from birth with brutal diligence to inherit the role of an ultimate protector of justice, capable of rescuing the innocent from even the most apocalyptically hellish vision of Earth imaginable. Hell, in the eyes of mangaka Yamaguchi Takayuki, is preposterous to the point of hilarity, but terrifying to the point of hopelessness. After Japan's entire landmass is broken to pieces by earthquakes, nuclear radiation mutates people into Yu-Gi-Oh cards by way of R-rated Garbage Pal Kids. That is to say, S&M themed giant dick and titty monsters, built by stapling together the most over-the-top metaphors for the core human flaws which have overtaken each one's person. They are vile, self-serving, evil predators, using their powers to treat humans as playthings in the hands of Sid from Toy Story. In spite of looking like a Mad Max hellscape though, Tokyo is still inhabited by regular people who survived into the lawless era, with no idea what to do but continue striving to live as regular a life as they can, while hoping not to fall prey to some demonic creature. It is this uniquely dualistic setting which creates the brilliantly ridiculous central conceit of the show, that the main character is a teenage superhero who comes to school every day in a post-apocalyptic wasteland so that he can protect the innocent children his age from the berserk apostles that are constantly trying to eat them on their way to school. Of course, the idea that the kids would keep coming to school in this situation is completely preposterous, but this is more or less addressed as soon as the school is introduced in the OVA by basically outright stating its metaphorical purpose. In a conversation between the school's principal, who clearly takes his role very seriously, and the twisted teacher who doesn't really give a shit anymore and is just hopelessly going through the motions expecting humanity's eventual demise, the principal rejects the teacher's pessimism, stating that the students represent the potential for humanity's future. So we've got our key factors. The children symbolize the goodness of the human spirit as it is represented within the nature and abilities of completely average high schoolers. The apocalyptic setting is an extreme way of suggesting that young people today are born into a world which is already so badly damaged and full of pain that it's all they can do just to survive. The hero, Kakugo, represents the will of all resolute souls throughout human history to protect and preserve the human spirit, becoming an engine of self-sacrifice with no purpose other than to be as effective as possible in dispatching dangers to human life. The demons represent the twisted elements of human nature which will threaten the innocence and livelihood of the human spirit in everyday life, taken to their furthest extreme. Over the course of this 2-episode OVA from 1996, which was sadly cancelled before it could continue adapting the 11-volume manga that ran from 94 to 96, Kakugo fights 4 different horrible monstrosities. The first is a gigantic, hideous woman who hates seeing other women receiving attention from men, so whenever she sees a couple, she murders the woman, then rapes and eats the man, before sewing his face over her giant nipple. The second monster is a sort of weird giant man-baby creature in vaguely SS-themed fetish gear who rants about how anything which threatens his individuality must be destroyed. He proclaims that his sense of identity is tied to these giant flowers which eat people, and that destroying these flowers in order to protect human life is an attack on his self-expression. This is not a metaphor, he literally verbally states this, and that's where we need to take a step back and really describe what Apocalypse Zero actually is in the context of how it originally existed, which has been completely missing from most of the discussion of this OVA in Western anime discourse. In Japanese, Apocalypse Zero is known as Kakugo no Susume. Since Kakugo is the name of the main character, Wikipedia sees to translate this as Kakugo's Progress, which I guess is fine in a literal sense, but in the tradition of Japanese manga titles of the era, the title is also a pun, because Kakugo is also a Japanese word that roughly means resolve, or resolute. I think if I could have translated the title in a way which best captures how it reflects the themes of the story, I'd have called it Remain Resolute. But the reality of Western anime distribution in the 90s is that they were bringing over things like incomplete, schlocky OVA adaptations of manga that we never heard of, which comment on a culture that we barely understand, in the hopes that we'll enjoy them purely on the basis of over-the-top violence and gratuitous sexual content. As such, maintaining purity to the original spirit of the work was secondary to marketing it to the interests of the audience. Apocalypse Zero does sound cool, and it's not like the title has nothing to do with anything. The show is set in an apocalyptic Japan, and the main character dons the Zero suit to go into battle. But this is really more like an excuse in the face of how they actually marketed the thing, literally ripping off the font from the beloved cinematic masterpiece Apocalypse Now. Even just when I tweeted about this OVA today, someone assumed it was a show about the Vietnam War, which it is absolutely not. So the marketing was already working against the reputation the OVA was going to receive in the same way that Ninja Resurrection's branding did to Makai Tensho. I am sympathetic to Media Blaster's marketing tactics, only because I don't know if Apocalypse Zero had any real hope for success in the US outside of
It needs to
appealing
be
to
about
shockhounds.
20%
Given
cooler.
the level of perspective the average fan had on anime and manga history and Japanese culture in the year 2000, and I know what it was like because I was around at the time. There were academics and older otaku who probably had read the manga in Japanese and already felt about it back then the same way that the Japanese did when it came out, and was not only obviously popular, having run for 11 volumes, but was runner-up for the Osamu Tezuka Cultural Prize in 1997. But the direction Western anime fandom was heading in the early 2000s wasn't going to be so warmly receptive to Apocalypse Zero. You see, in the late 80s and early 90s, anime spread through the UK and US largely thanks to dark, edgy, and grown-up, often batshit crazy movies and OVAs which showed them fuck shit like they'd never seen before. The still underappreciated Eroguro masterwork of Ninja Scroll, the thought-provoking contemplative science fiction of Ghost in the Shell, the over-the-top sexual violence and colorful insanity of Urotsuki Doji, and the ultimate glimpse into the haunted social psychology of the Japanese in the atom bomb dropping Akira. In Japan, these were of course hugely popular and influential films as well, but they more would have blended in with the wealth of other amazing stuff that was coming out alongside them. And since all of the good stuff was rippling out to influence tropes and imitations, anything that kind of looked like the stuff that had gotten popular in the West was going to get published there. Once more, to Media Blaster's credit, they did actually start bringing the Apocalypse Zero manga to America in the mid-2000s, releasing 6 of the 11 volumes before canning it. Truthfully, I don't think the right moment for Apocalypse Zero to crack the US ever existed until now, but we'll get to that later. Because the anime is only 2 episodes long, and most people who saw it probably had no idea that it was even based on anything, it was never going to make much sense to an audience that didn't have access to the manga. In the mid-2000s, the manga market was booming, but ultra-violent batshit madness was stylistically on the way out, and Media Blasters was very far from being the biggest manga publisher. So let's get a little bit of perspective on the manga, Kakugo no
It needs to be
Susume.
about
It was
20%
serialized
cooler.
in the magazine Shukan Shonen Champion, meaning that it was aimed at an audience of teenage boys. This may be shocking if you're thinking about the imagery of the OVA and then comparing it to what American cartoons aimed at teens are like, but you really have to think about the comic book industry in the 90s, when edgy fare like Spawn was taking off and everyone's girlfriend was getting murdered and stuffed in a fridge, or the video rental market where teens were tricking their parents into buying them Tenchi Muyo because it's a cartoon, and then masturbating to the bath scenes. Shonen Champion also publishes Baki the Grappler, and I'm about to make a whole bunch of shit click in your head when I tell you that this OVA was directed by the same guy who directed the recent Netflix original Baki series, and now some of you probably see where I'm going with this. Champion also publishes Beastars, written by Baki's author's daughter, and Yowamushi Pedal, and formerly the likes of Blackjack, Cutie Honey, Jitsuwa Watashiwa, Magical Girl Apocalypse, Mitsuro Moe, Mai Hime, various Saint Seiya spin-offs, Shinryaku Ika Musume, and many others. If you know these works, you know this is just as varied as any other shonen magazine, even if it is fair to say that some of this magazine's works have always fallen into the extremely edgy side of the shonen spectrum. But it's also fair to say that other shonen magazines have simply gotten toned down compared to how they used to be. While Shonen Jump is still plenty violent and edgy from time to time, it's been a while since it was manically insane like when JoJo's Bizarre Adventure was published there. But that's what the landscape of shonen manga had been like in prior decades, and it probably would have had much more of a chance in the US at the time had manga really been a thing here. But really, it was only when the overwhelming influence of Dragon Ball, which hit Japan in the early 80s and America in the mid-90s, had rippled out to a generation of 20-something mangaka creating more upbeat and teen-friendly shonen action fare that the manga revolution would come to the US in the early 2000s. Meanwhile, Cartoon Network, WB, Fox, the internet, and a burgeoning DVD market were cultivating a larger, younger, and even more connected generation of anime fans outside of the previous culture. During this era, kids like me were absolutely terrified of most of those old turbo-violent OVAs, and the tastemakers of our time were hardly steering us into them. Many of the more serious anime fans who were forming careers around the medium and seeking to legitimize it as a mainstream form of entertainment had largely turned their noses up at a lot of the edgy old stuff that had caused their peers and parents to judge them for their interest in the medium, especially all of that raucous sexual violence. While there are titty monsters and giant cock weapons in Apocalypse Zero, I'd be really hesitant to describe its content as sexual. If you can handle JoJo, Baki, and Fist of the North Star, this is just that with relatively more outrageous monster designs. Which is to say, it's just Devilman with a 90s coat of paint. It's not even close to being as dark and gritty as Berserk, which literally everyone loves, so let's not act like we're a bunch of babies about this shit today. Kakugo no Susume is a transforming hero show, a genre that's been prevalent in Japanese media for young people since the 60s in both anime and live action. While you could trace it to Devilman to a degree, and it's right alongside stuff like Guyver from the 80s and many ripples of that success into the late 90s like Generator Gall or The Soul Taker, the most obvious visual influence on the character is Kamen Rider, what with the bug eyes and awesome flowing cape. And let me just say, the fucking Zero suit is full stop one of the most badass power suit designs of all time. I am extremely tempted to buy this posable figure that I do not need at all. But the most unique thing about Kakugo no Susume isn't its insane violence, nor its absurd setting, nor its combination of genre tropes. All of those I just compared to other similar works. What separates Kakugo no Susume is, well, its resoluteness. So let's break that down. What immediately engrossed me from the first scene of this OVA was the terse and particular dialogue of Kakugo's father as he trains his two sons to fight monstrous creatures in the frozen tundra. It's immediately clear that these kids, while preposterously young to be doing stuff this crazy, have been trained from such an early age that they're already considerably more resilient and powerful than the majority of human beings. It's also shown that they are taught to dispatch their enemies as efficiently and dispassionately as possible, to the extent that when Kakugo's older brother Harada uses an unnecessary extra move to add flair to his kill, his father punches him in the face. This is our hint from the word go that Harada is harboring the tendencies of the Sith. Kakugo, on the other hand, is an iron wall of resolution, and if there's one design aspect for which I must praise Yamaguchi above even the awesome suit design, it's Kakugo's face. He really looks like the entire world has been sitting on his shoulders his entire life, but he's never imagined any purpose for himself beyond his usefulness, however limited it may turn out to be, in protecting the weak. There's not a single chink in his emotional armor, until he starts to have feelings for his intensely empathetic classmate Sumiko. Unfortunately, the OVA only gets as far as him having the thought that maybe he's starting to feel for her, and I already love that our hero doesn't falter in his self-awareness even in this regard, where so many others would. What challenges this love would pose to him I would like to explore, and believe me, I'm tempted to scoop up those 6 manga volumes on the cheap, even though not even Scanslations have ever made it past volume 7. To get a little bit meta for just a moment, you are in the rant hole, where I rant about whatever my $10, $20, and $30 patrons want me to rant about, and you can get one of these by being one of those. This one's for Kazuki, who says, "Watch and rant about Apocalypse Zero, the most insane shit I've ever seen. Also, this Mal review of it is great and pretty much captures my own thoughts and feelings on it." To quote a passage from the review, which mostly takes the approach that the OVA is worth watching for the sheer insanity of what's on display, there's this great scene where this giant fat mutant lady jealously kills some guy's girlfriend, and then she drags him back to her fat lady lair where she does indecent things to him before eating him. Anyway, later on, the main character slays the fat lady and she pukes up the bones of all her victims, as well as the still digesting skinless body of the guy she just ate, and he's still alive. He has this, "Oh god, I have no skin, please kill me and end my suffering" look on his face, his skull anyway, and you expect the characters to put him out of his misery, right? No, the main girl painfully hugs the guy and goes, "Hang in there, you'll be okay." It took horse tranquilizers to get me to stop laughing. As an accidental black comedy, it doesn't get much better than this. I completely understand this reaction to the scene in question, and I'm glad that the reviewer enjoyed it, but to tell the truth, I had been kind of emotionally touched by this scene. After all, right from the start, I had to be keyed into the fact that, like so much of Japanese media, Kakugo no Susume heavily uses iconography associated with the bombings and nuclear fallout of Japan in World War II, super collided with the country's long history of being ravaged by natural disaster. As the dissolving boy crawls away from the pool of corpses vomited by the monster woman, he pleads for help while his body melts to the bone. Immediately, I thought about the imagery of the bomb victims from Barefoot Gen. Like in that film, the other children are terrified of their former friend's shambling corpse, except for Sumiko, who fearlessly and tearfully embraces him. Later, after the monster is defeated, the kids are debating how they should deal with their classmate. Can they even safely touch him to bury him? But before they have time to form a plan, Kakugo goes ahead and sets his and all the other corpses ablaze, and in a tunnel of red light we see their souls ascending to the afterlife. As Sumiko clasps her hands in prayer, the school punk, floored by the terrors that have befallen his classmates, simply asks that his old friend rest in heaven and never return to this hell. In this scene, it is revealed that Kakugo no Susume really is a proper shonen manga with a heartfelt and positive message. The world is perilously awful, and people are going to try and take advantage of you and drain your life away from a young age. Because those forces are menacing and powerful, many if not most of us are going to fall prey to them. But as long as there is another force with an even more resolute desire to protect humanity, and as long as the human spirit shows itself to that hero to be worth protecting, then there remains some hope for humanity's future. Whether that hope is kept through to the end of the manga, I hope to get to learn eventually through reading it. I haven't yet discussed the biggest loose end left by this OVA, which is the rivalry of Kakugo and his older brother Harada. In their early teens, each of the well-trained children was made to fuse with a power suit containing the will and power of countless undead souls committed to protecting humanity by harnessing their bodies. In fusing with a female suit of armor, Harada ends up taking on a female body, despite continuing to identify as male. But something goes wrong. Whether it's the result of the flaws already apparent in Harada's personality, or something which became twisted in the mind of the armor itself, remains speculative at the point where the OVA ends. Whatever the case, when their father gives them the mission to go forth and protect the innocent, Harada concludes that humanity has collectively caused so much damage to innocent life on Earth that the only true way to protect the innocent is to eradicate humanity. His father believes that the human spirit is in fact the most noble that exists, but when their fists clash as their ideals, Harada murders his father and then attempts but unknowingly fails to murder his younger brother, possibly as a result of the same sloppy and showy fighting which his father had always admonished him for. So this is the central conflict of the show, a symbolically Luciferian character reaching the same conclusions about humanity that Lucifer himself did in Devilman, fighting a version of Devilman whom, instead of being thrust into the position unsuspectingly by his friend, has only ever had the mission of protecting humanity as an identity. In between them stands a legion of demon generals led by Harada for Kakugo to plow his way through. In the second episode, Kakugo first has to combat a run-of-the-mill thought, and then a run-of-the-mill boomer, who at one point shouts that the key to longevity is to kill the young. The time for Apocalypse Zero is right now. It's a time when, regardless of what the state of the world may be in comparison to how we've seen it in the past, young people are generally terrified and surrounded by unspeakable Lovecraftian horrors. If a blue baby man in an SS hat swinging his dick at people and screaming about how any threat to his identity, which itself is a threat to human safety, must die, isn't just begging for a bunch of blue checkmarks on Twitter to write think pieces about it in 2020, then nothing is. Mangaka Yamaguchi Takayuki is probably better known in America for the cult-beloved turbo-violent samurai seinen series Shigurui, which was stylistically adapted to anime by Madhouse in 2007 and directed by Hiroshi Hamasaki, who also handled Technolize, Steins Gate, and the excellent currently airing Blade of the Immortal adaptation. Yamaguchi's artwork is absurdly dense and detailed to an extent that could probably never be accurately adapted to animation on any long-term basis, but the OVA is in my opinion more than visually gratifying enough to justify itself. The angular, emotive character designs may be silly and kinda dated, but I still think they're cool and lovable and they suit the story well. The monster designs are unforgettable, and not just for being outrageous. It's one thing to just draw a big old dick monster, but the villains of Kakugo no Susume really feel like they could fill out the roster of a Yu-Gi-Oh card set. Depending on your personal benchmark for quality, your perspective on this OVA's animation will be different. If you're comparing it to the likes of the Patlabor or Gundam OVAs of the late 80s, it's not as consistent nor as detailed, as most things from the post-Crash 90s aren't. If you're comparing it to the average modern TV anime, the dynamic action, shot composition, and color design blow most way out of the water. I imagine that newer fans who have gotten used to extensive digital lighting and compositing and the softer look of modern character designs might see this as a linear downgrade from what they have today. But if you're someone who really digs into anime on a visual and aesthetic level, this OVA is going to at least satiate you, even if I might not pick it over something like X 1999, which came out that year, as something worth watching for the visuals alone. God, I love looking at that fucking movie. I would be completely fine with Kakugo no Susume continuing as an anime with as many of the OVA's aesthetic elements intact as possible. I'm sure it would be inevitably modernized and that the production's priorities would be shuffled if it were made today, but I can't imagine anywhere better to put it or any time better to release it than Netflix in the near future. We're living in a time where JoJo's Bizarre Adventure has finally started to crack the West with its anime adaptation like the manga had done in Japan in the 80s and 90s, where Berserk is widely regarded as the greatest manga of all time in Western circles, and Devilman was just given a slick Netflix reboot by Masaaki Yuasa that swept our popularity contests for Show of the Year. Not to mention Baki, as I said earlier, which ran in the same magazine and had a Netflix anime adaptation from the very same director who handled the OVA. Even if you got Hamasaki or Yuasa to direct, or even someone completely unexpected, as long as a competent studio handles it, I think this is a franchise ripe and ready for revival. It just starts with demand, and I demand you give it a shot. I also demand that if you like videos like this, you give me money on Patreon so I can keep making them.
Hey, what up, party peoples? It's Matthew McMuscles, and we're going backwards. We're technically forwards with The Mummy Returns. Now, I played The Scorpion King before. Now, that game came after this, but that game took place story-wise before The Mummy Returns, like well before. Actually, no, wait, The Scorpion King is in The Mummy Returns. I doubt we'll play that far to look at CGI PS2 The Rock, but so I don't think a whole lot of people remember this game coming up. Maybe they do. It completely passed me by. I even think I had a PS2 at this point. I even know they released a Mummy the One game. The Mummy the One game. A Mummy game for the PlayStation 1. But I'm tickled pink to go through the whole Mummy franchise because it fucking rules, and I don't care who knows it. So this is the most incredible thing ever. It lets you pick between Imhotep and Rick O'Connell. And I don't know which one I want to pick. What's pretty cool is that I don't know what happens if we gotta save Imhotep. Oh, he turns into a zombo when you stay on the character select screen for a little bit. Or remorse between the two, whatever. We're gonna start with Rick O'Connell because you want to lead up to Imhotep and his sculpted Adonis body, and we're just gonna have to, you know, stick with what's his name? Brendan Fraser. Brendan Fraser.
It's so dark in here, Rick.
Oof.
It's all so
They did not get
familiar.
Rachel Weisz to.
Tell me, Sweet Pea, if this ancient temple has been sealed off from the world for 1,000 years,
And
or
that
so,
is no
why
Brendan.
is there
That's
a
no
burning
George of the
torch
Jungle.
right over there?
Take your pick, darling. Could be grave
Now, did they get the
robbers, treasure seekers, or
likenesses?
just
That
the
looks
eternal
enough
flame of
like
the
her, I
damned.
think.
Now you're talking.
And that horrible
picked
child
grave
that ruined the
robbers.
movie
Can we
is
go
here. And that looks enough
Hardly
like
make
Rick
out a
O'Connell.
single hieroglyph. And yet, something tells me I've seen this all before. As if in a dream.
Snake Eater.
What, sand, scarabs, scorpions?
I'm going towards
Darling,
this
throw in an evil
texture.
mummy or two,
On
and
the
you're basically
ground, it
describing
looks
our honeymoon.
very placeholder to me.
Where?
What the
Be
shit
careful,
is
Alex.
that?
Oh, Mom, I'm always careful.
That looks like slime in like Mario Sunshine.
Whoa!
Ugh, nobody cares.
Alex, you all right?
Alex!
Think so, but
Oh, what are you doing there?
and I can't get back up it.
Now I am playing this backwards compatible. It's a PlayStation 2
can you
game,
tell
but
me
it's
where
on
you
a
are?
PS3.
Can you
So
see
maybe that explains that
anything?
texture, because that's not right.
I'm in a huge room filled with giant statues, but I can't
Man,
see
I don't
details.
know. This
It's really
kid,
dark in
he
here.
okay, he didn't ruin
Don't worry,
Mummy
Alex.
Returns,
We'll be
but he
right
didn't
there.
make it any better.
We've got to find another way down there. Come on, let's go.
He's no Kevin McAllister. Oh, look at this. This is so cool already. Oh my god, it controls like Tomb Raider. Alright, so one stick. Holy shit! Okay, calm down, sir. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's some tech. Sorry, Evie. So this is pretty cool. Wow, what's all that down there? Ah! You can't just do that to me out of nowhere. So I'm just going down here. I don't know if I'm going to take damage from this. Oh god, that was so close. Oh, I got health. Wow, this is an extra special treat for you people out there. Look at this. This game, I don't think it's running as intended on a PlayStation Triple Ballin'. That's fun. Evie, are you not? Evie? Alright, she's not coming. That's fine. I don't have a jump. The fuck was that? Alright, there's a first
It needs to
person.
be about 20% cooler.
Wait, what? Punching is L1, but block, kick, and other punch is X? Alright. Oh, Evie's fighting somebody! Am I just gonna fall to my death? No, he just jumps. It's so weird. Get away, motherfuckers. Get away. Get away from Evie. So I remember not too long on TV, I think I was at a convention. I think it was I was doing Portland. And turned on the TV in the hotel room, and Mummy Returns just happened to be on. Now, when Mummy Returns happens to be on, I always hope it's at my one favorite part. Just, I'm gonna let you guess what my favorite part is. I'll give you 5 seconds. Alright, so my favorite part is when Evie is having her weird, flashback to a time where she couldn't possibly have lived, and her ancestry, makes no sense. So when she's fighting a Noxua Moon in a sexy lady fight, and they got sais and spears and shit, and they're having this huge fucking fight, like a WrestleMania-esque fight, and they're cutting promos on each other. And Imhotep is there, and he's just jerking off onto the side, and it's a fucking amazing scene. This game should be more like Eternal Darkness. I just got that feeling. The camera angle reminds me of it a little bit. All of the Scorpion King cool logo. Oh shit, I'm gonna punch some zombie mummies. Some mummies? Some zombies? I can't wait. Do I not have guns and shit? Jerry O'Connell. Jerry O'Connell. Oh fuck! Rick O'Connell, Brendan Fraser has guns. Oh wait, I do! Never mind, fuck you. Oh, this is awesome. You know what? If I was to die, I want to be mummies, they send them on their, afterlife adventure where they gotta, talk to Anubis and raise that social link. If I die, I want my coffin to be filled with my favorite things, so a box of my favorite cereal, which, if I was to be honest right now, is Cheerios Oat Crunch Honey. God, that was so good. Chex Mix, Chex cereal, peanut butter. I'll put that in there. Okay, I don't want my cats or my wife to be, buried with me. I think that's unfair. So a picture of them, all three, would be great. I would love that. A picture of a Tomy as well. Would also love that. Maybe a Limp Bizkit CD or two, and I think I'm good. I think that's all I need to prepare myself for the afterlife. All right, let's pick up this red Baphomet. I'm not sure if that red compass thing in the top left means anything in the greater Mummy universe, but I'm gonna follow it. I'll try to follow it. I just really watched Tomb of the Dragon Emperor again. Maybe it's not too bad. I remember it being bad, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's really good. You know what? To be fair, I haven't actually watched The Mummy, the first one, in forever. I watched Mummy Returns, a whole shitload. And I watched Scorpion King the one time, which is... It makes no sense. View map. That would help. Look at this fucking Metroid Prime map.
Cooler.
Zoom out. Zoom out. More zoom out. Holy shit, this game. Wow. No, it's a bad idea. I just want, a Mummy game should just be a beat 'em up or a Devil May Cry thing. It doesn't need to be this big elaborate thing. It's the fucking Mummy, dude. So, yeah, that's the way we came from. I still don't understand how this map is made. Let's just go here. Hey, you could just walk over it. You could just walk over it. It's so bizarre. Why is there no jump? Well, that solves that problem. I'm getting to realize why no one talks about this game. Again, it's starting to realize. We saw a red and blue thing up above. So let's figure this out, logically. What would Brendan, Rick O'Connell, Fraser do? So we have now. I can't seem to access the Asp Ruby in any shape, way, or form. My inventory has guns, and then it has no guns. That's it. All right, it's very limited. Now, lunge. I can lunge. That's not really a lunge. It's barely a spear. Let's go back to where I think I saw those red and blue lights and try to ascertain some type of... She's just standing there. She's not It's not helping. Hold up. Alright, there's the red and blue. What is it? Pistol ammo and health. So that's not stuff I inherently super duper need. I thought it would be some type of key. It is not. I believe a guy just died there. That's cool. I like that actually. So I can't. Okay, climb. Alright, so it's all very context sensitive, which is. It's honestly not amazing. Evie! No! Don't do that, sir! Okay. I was gonna attack this guy normally. And hopefully kick him off the edge like a hero does. Cool. That's great. Alright, so I can't actually attack with the torch, which is a little weird. I'll be honest. So I did find this new area, so that's good. It's progress at least. So now we at least know where the ass key goes. Like how also graphically and like sound-wise, this is way better than the Scorpion King game. Even with the bugs. Alright. The combats sound great. You know, Evie, I seen you shooting dudes before. Do you want to shoot them now? I am your husband. I feel like maybe you're afraid that you'll hit me. And I get that. I really do. But at the same time, it'd be nice if you could save me here. Yep, lots of dynamite. I can't actually seem to select the dynamite. Oh, that's another context-sensitive thing. Evie, yeah, you just stare at that wall. Thanks, girl. A health meter's fucking weird. It's just that little peg in the middle of that, and like it's not a green bar, like a red bar showing health. It's just what a weird way to do a health meter. I guess I'm at like 60% health, but still quite strange. So I do remember playing the Mummy 1 game on PlayStation 1, and it actually seemed maybe not as fast as this, maybe a little bit clunkier, but it was modeled clearly after Tomb Raider, and I don't know what the hell this is modeled after. Nothing amazing. This is just like weird. Everything about this game is just slightly off and slightly odd. I'm not even talking about all those junked up textures above us. I mean, that guy's got a sword. Why can't I have him? I don't even really know the point of the torch. I guess it's lighting things up, though I can't be 100% sure. You too, sir. Hey, I want to know, what are your guys' feelings on like that shit where like fuckers, you just spawned out of nowhere. What is your feelings on that stuff where it's like, you know, excavations in like the 30s and you know, whatever time period it was, where people like investigate the pyramids, usually a bunch of Americans and British people, and they're like, oh, we're gonna steal all this shit, this great shit that all these pharaohs had, and then everyone got sick, there was like, accidents everywhere, everyone got fucking owned, and then it was just like, it's the curse of the emperors. I'm like, usually I'm pretty skeptical about those things, but I'm like, nah, man, that was a curse. That was a straight up, raw, wake up curse. There's nothing in here, god damn it. Might as well heal a little bit. That was a straight up curse, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's what happened. There's a big curse. I kind of feel this is like an action game, straight up, but like, this might work really well as like a survival horror game if they just changed the camera angles, had, you know, not like, you know, wacky, backy combat where I'm just slamming on buttons and just doing random combos. I don't feel that's very fun. Ah! Alright, enough of this clowning around over here. I need to get to the green zone. Let's look down here first in case this opens up. Yeah, hi. Waiting for you to get out of the tub, sir. 2 bullets, you're done. It's over. Everything about this game is just kind of a little strange. Like, I'm not sure where this was made. I'm gonna look it up. I'm not gonna look it up now, but I'm gonna look where the fuck this game was made. It can't be anywhere good. Nice. I like that. I like that thing where he just doesn't grab it. At least have a jumping animation, Mummy Returns. Where does that put me? Because guess what? If I'm talking to my stupid, ugly son again, I'm not gonna, like, we're over with Jerry O'Connell. I keep calling him Jerry O'Connell, I'm sorry. Alright, so that's a full restart, so fuck that. Alright, so we're gonna go to Imhotep, the best boy, because that wasn't that great. We're gonna start up with Imhotep A, Rick O'Connell B. Oh, I remember these characters. That's that guy with the headdress. And that's that sexy broad. It comes out of the amber.
Thank you, my servants. Your master has awoken.
That is a really bad.
carry
Oh,
heavy
that
curses
chick's
on my
super hot.
The Pharaoh and the ancient gods are not pleased.
She's hot in the movie, and she's just as hot in the game. Okay, we have to fill the pots with organs, I think.
Must be appeased.
So,
we have brought these sacred
I don't
statues
even know
here.
how this is actually taking place. Like, are we in a
The
different
ancient
time
gods.
frame? Is this happening the
4
exact same
offering
moment that we were
stones
just
have been
doing that
hidden
awful
throughout
Jerry
the
O'Connell
museum.
level? Sorry, Rick O'Connell.
Return the stones to the statues. If your offering is accepted, the gods will bless and make a gift to you in return.
I'm a god, though. Look at me.
Your magic
Look
is
at my
growing
decaying
stronger
penis.
with
Is that
every
not
passing
impressive?
moment, Lord Imhotep. But the
I'm
strength
sure
of your
Generation
command
West can
drains
tell me
your
who
own
the
life
voice
force,
actor
my
is
lord.
for Imhotep here.
The curator
Because it's
tells
certainly
me
not
there
what's
must
his
be at
face.
least 3 canopic jars within this very museum. I fear you will not be able to survive long without retrieving them.
Okay,
The
so I need to get
will
jars
help you
filled with
increase in
Viagra.
health, which will allow you to expand your growing powers and cast more powerful spells. But better yet, some of the jars have been known to contain spells.
Okay.
You cannot regenerate your mortal
Imhotep
body
doesn't look too
without
into
the
it. He's
full
like,
vigor
yeah,
of
my
your
face is all fucked. I don't even really want to do
If you
this.
suck the souls of the living,
I
you be
will
able
suck.
to
I will
enhance your
never
powers
stop sucking.
and your strength. Here, try a guard or two. I'm sure they're delicious. You can suck the life force from human beings to restore your own strength
she sure
and power.
seems. She
If you beat a human
sure
into submission,
seems
they
to
will
like.
become stunned and powerless.
She throws around sucking a lot. Look at his
Will you be
face.
able to
What a
steal
hero.
their life
This is
force?
awesome. It
Let
lets
me
you play
show
as
you
him.
the ancient spell.
What are we gonna do? Canopic jars, soul suck, R2 and square. Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm Imhotep. Y'all can't stop me. All right. R1 square. No, wait, hold on. Let me do this guy. Kick. Let me do my mummy kicks. Now I can suck. Now he fell over. I can't suck, girl. I'm really bad at it. All right, he just does his own thing. I can't push him into this hole as much as I'd want to. Climb. Yeah. Here's a canopic jar. Pick it up. A sacred jar of magical significance. What significance? We don't know. But it's magical. So let's investigate a little bit more. Let's investigate this museum. It's very, very convenient that you guys decided to resurrect me in a museum. Holy shit. Is this level fucked? Lunge! Yeah, look at that pushing uppercut. Very strong. Soul! I gotta keep that up, it seems. So they do the big stretchy mouth thing, which is a hallmark of the Mummy franchise. Alright, so sometimes I can get souls, sometimes I can't. Whoa! Wow! Where are you going? You going the yeah, just that running kick was awesome. So I can't do it to guys, I guess. How about you? No? Still no? Inventory? Nothing happens? Soul!
It needs to be about 20% cooler.
Burp. Alright, so I'm kind of full. I look like regular vanilla Imhotep, which is nice. So as far as I remember, we need more jars. That's the main thing. I think she said 3, and as far as I remember, I have 1. It could be better. I have a sword now, which is again progress. Where can I find the other souls? I need to do the soul transfer like now. This body is shite. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I wish I had a gun. I could just shoot him, but whatever. I can't. No. Alright, that was it. That was very weak. Offering Anubis, which is okay. What is this? Why can't I pick it up? Pick it up. Cannot but jar. The ancient spell resurrect is contained within the sacred vessel R2 and circle. So he's all about spells, huh?
It needs to be
I'm
about
down.
20%
That is
cooler.
a large ass scorpion. That's too big, actually. I don't know how I feel about that. And that snake, I think he's outmatched there. I actually don't think that's a good matchup at all. Sir, why are you cosplaying as a mummy and killing us? There's no reason for this. I can't go that way, huh? This way, I like parsing out this level design with all these missing textures. Resurrect? Oh shit, that takes a lot of my health.
It needs to be about 20% cooler.
Wait. Oh, it attacks me. Cool. I'm glad it did that. Okay, maybe I need what's in its tummy. Offering for Horus. Okay, wait, I need offerings. Okay, that's different. You, nothing? You have nothing to give to Imhotep? Cool. You, girl, you'll keep, like, yeah, thanks for having your gun out. It'd be nice if you could actually help them. All right, there's some goodies here. What is this? Offering for Ankh. Ankh's good bro. I'm very happy with Ankh. All right, get that. I need you. Get my svelte skin. Yeah. Me and Anaxua Moon gonna have some fun tonight. You're seeing like never before seen footage of this game. Like, I'm pretty confident no one on YouTube has played The Mummy Returns on a backwards compatible PS3 and getting this unseen footage. Look, there she is. I can see her through the level. Oh, look at her freak out. That's great stuff. Girl, you need to come up to my level, please. This map is just a bunch of sandwiches. Like, how are you supposed to parse any information out of this? I guess I'll go back to this beige orange place. I have to go down a couple floors. I don't know. So you know that scene where at the end of Mummy Returns, Rick O'Connell is about to fall into like hell or Egyptian hell or whatever, and Imhotep is also befalling the same fate.
20% cooler.
So that scene, right? And then Anaxua Moon has the ability to like save Imhotep. This is awesome, by the way. I'm resurrecting this weird zombie. And then Evie has the ability to resurrect to help Jerry O'Connell. And then she does, but Anaxua Moon does not help him, Imhotep. And that's just, mwah, chef's kiss there. Like, that is cinema. Martin Scorsese, suck my ass. You have nothing on that. Their love, Rick O'Connell and Evie, very much more powerful than gross zombie and weird chick. So the security guards have been chasing me for hours now, but I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna resurrect myself, and there's nothing they can do about it. I'm sorry. Alright, so I don't know who you are. I'll give you something. Are you Anubis? I can't actually tell. I mean, I know who Anubis is. If I can, because this game doesn't have camera control, I can't really. Okay, Anubis. I assume it's you right in the middle here, because you look like a dog. I don't mean to be insulting, Anubis. Please don't kill me. There. Put that in there. Anubis likes that. Right, then you, I will give you the eye, or the Ankh, and that's good. No, it resets everything. Wait, no, that's good. This one, shit. Okay, you like that. Operate. Okay, so there's an operate button. The Wacky Doctors game, I did not notice it before. Is that good? You like that? Power amulet. Okay, cool. So you are Anubis for sure. I know this. What do you do, Power Amulet? Gives regeneration from the gods. Sure, whatever. Oh, Anubis. Then you do that. Then you operate. What else do I got? Oh, I look more human than ever. You're Horus. I think we are Apis spell temporarily confers enormous strength of the user. Open up this Encarta 96.
It needs to be about 20% cooler.
Oh, he loves that. Whatever's in there. What was it? Oh, I resurrected the boy.
American Rick O'Connell. And the wife Evie, she is often at the museum. But
he's looking at his cool Bracers Scorpion King Special Edition Lego set. Oh, it's a guy from the Resident Evil movies.
Imhotep, you will die at my hands now, creature. As you should have perished at the hands of my Magi forefathers thousands of years ago. For the Pharaoh!
Oh, those guys just slash him.
Hurry, my lord.
No.
You will never defeat the Magi unless you resurrect your own devoted soldiers. Do it, now!
Skeleton mummies alive soldiers! Where are they? Where are they? I'm trying to do it, girl, but you gotta tell me where they are. Alright, you guys are nerds. You can't stop spellcasters. I'll just walk away like all cool. They just push him. Wait, what? When? Do we teleport him? Yeah, choke slam him. What the?
It's an improvement, darling.
This game is nuts. The gods have decided not to load these textures. Ah, now time to just take a load off and wait for all this to blow over. So this is the Mummy on the PS2. It does not, as you can see, behave correctly on a PS3. It's not super great. I'm gonna totally be honest with you. I'm thinking I should maybe return to the Mummy Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, the movie and the game. I like to play that again just to see how it goes. Let me know if you'd like to see more Mummy content on this channel, because that's super 100% on brand for me. Testing. Everything just fucking blows up. Much like everything does in this game. Yeah, you can't jump, because why risk it?
Nope, it's not worth it. Okay, let's
Thanks
go
to
for
the
it.
empty boxes, Yuji Naka.
They're really painfully empty. Sonic Adventure 2 had all the little colored things you picked up to feed your chow, right?
And it's not even
But
satisfying to bash them open like you did.
I wonder if I can just like run to that
That no,
thing over
that's
there.
No. Well, maybe. You have rings.
Out of rings now. Oh, it's a little. You move slower when you're in the lobby.
Oh.
I probably could have made it
have.
actually. Yeah.
Is that worth investigating? Maybe.
Yeah, for sure. The cool thing is I can just do a spin dash jump for extra height.
Maybe you can jump off the
I
boxes.
can jump off
now.
the boxes.
Yeah, that might
with
help.
physics.
With Havoc physics. Yeah, you're gonna be able to do it.
Yeah. As long as I can make.
Oh, okay. You
yeah.
could have done it.
You
though.
probably could.
One more try.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a spin dash for heightened
Height.
function.
Nice.
If I could just stand on a box after I launched it away, that'd be dope.
Wait, how are you standing on the box as you launch it away?
I don't know, but if there were a way.
There were a way. No. That's not how the spin dash works.
You can't even get back up. The only thing is, like, I guess there's like one more thing. Oh, the camera turned. The camera turned in the air.
Nice,
Okay,
I like
well,
that.
never mind.
I like when
then.
the camera just does things.
If the camera likes it this way, I like it this
The
way.
camera
too.
doesn't like it that way.
Hang on, there's a spring up there. Can I make it to that spring?
Want it that
Yeah.
way.
Whoop. Didn't like that.
Don't like that. What is this?
Oh, cool theme for invincibility here.
I don't like the effect or the.
That's fair.
or
But
the-
it's
the icon.
it's his world, like the main theme.
Oh,
I'm going
okay.
backwards.
Yeah,
This is right into the lava.
But you're invincible. See, it worked out well. But you had the effect left over from like Sonic Heroes. I don't know.
No.
I don't even remember Sonic
Oh
Heroes.
fuck, that didn't go well.
You know, you're doing it.
I don't know what. Yeah, but where am I running towards? Like,
The level. To the
oh, it
end
worked.
goal.
Okay,
Yeah.
it worked. It worked.
I love how the music stops, but the effect stays on for a good 10 seconds.
I think that's a Sonic thing, though, right? Like in the
Really?
in the Genesis games, doesn't the
Nani?
invincibility stay a little bit? Well, I hit the light.
What does it do?
Oh, I think it's just dim and it lights up the area. Because it's like a little dim, but it's really not that dark. It's like
Yeah.
no darker than my kitchen.
It feels like not a mechanic they needed to do.
No, this isn't exactly Dark Souls 2 over here.
No. I'm assuming at some point someone has modded Sonic into like a Dark Souls PC game. Because it just seems like that would fit. Well, with the Black Knight and all.
They
Or
can,
Lawrence.
they can make it work. Oh, hang on, I want to go over there. For this spring. Boink. Oh no, it's box. Oh, it's metal. Even better.
Hey, you like that stuff.
Of course
so.
I like that stuff. Okay, now I
So
guess
do
I'll
you
use
have
this.
to kill enemies? No, that looks like bad.
Thank you.
It was
Thank you, homing attack.
it was wrong to use it, but you made it work.
Can't believe that worked. We're still at the volcano though. We're just out of like dim cavern zone Act 1.
That you almost didn't make it.
I know, right?
It was great.
And because shit doesn't work, like I don't feel like I have
Knuckles.
trust for the spring.
Can you play?
You know?
He was T-posing.
Oh, cool.
Finally. I'm about to
hits.
use my knuckles.
3 hits with a delayed effect. Really delayed.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Look, you can like use it in the air.
All of these seem like the first pass of animation they did and left it.
This feels like it should move you downwards when you use it, like a drill.
It's like a reverse rising tackle.
It's like hailstorm.
Yeah. No, it's rainstorm. Yeah.
Rainstorm. Sorry, yeah.
While jumping, you can glide by pressing
If you say so.
I'm sure it'll work perfectly every time.
Okay, so I gotta make them all glow at once. That's good.
Hit the 3 things, gotcha. Heat Knuckles, pretty cool name.
Whoa.
If this is the first game they called it Heat Knuckle, that's cool.
I stunned him with something. Oh, my rings are sliding off the ledge.
You like that. Remember you gave it praise before.
I did.
Don't forget.
This is praise.
Don't do this.
Whoa, that charge attack is wild.
Now what?
I guess I just gotta...
To the left? Like hard left?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I think there's like a little platform. There you go. He can glide.
Now, can he like punch people in the... No, he can't.
No, he can't.
But he can stun them with... Okay, that jumping air attack stuns them.
Get a ring.
Oh shit,
Okay,
you're right. I didn't even realize. So I guess I should come back down and hit them on the way. Unless that bottom one's still lit, which it might be.
It looks like it is. I don't know. Did you hit it?
Yeah.
It's unclear. Is there anything in these boxes? I feel like every time you destroy them, you've gotten nothing.
Like sometimes there's items in them, like an item capsule. But...
No, I don't know about
Jeez,
this.
that's tight. Is that the intended?
I'm gonna say maybe.
I'm gonna go with a hard maybe.
I'm committing to that maybe.
Oh my god, I need rings, so
You
I'm
do.
gonna just abandon
You
it.
got
Oh,
it.
I got it.
Get those ring emeralds. Okay, good.
Okay, only thing is I'm not sure if I missed one over there, because there's that guy over there. He might just be standing
He
alone.
might be just there to allure.
Yeah.
I think you're okay.
I think I'm okay too.
I mean, was that 2 or is that already 3?
That's 4.
Yeah, but this type of game and Sonic 3D games in general, I don't think they abide by like rules that are normal and work.
So let me, like, nice, good combo. Wow, I killed all of them.
Somehow, even the guy that was not. Why?
Because when you can't do anything
Oh,
but
can
release
you
it, I
not
think.
cancel it?
Can I jump? No. No, you have to. You can't jump out of
Die
it.
after this.
So like,
Okay, thank God.
don't worry, the lava will catch me.
With its sweet embrace. Ah, my friend, you're so warm. Adventure.
It looks like you just go up
Yeah,
real quick.
That looks so bad, dude.
Ooh, okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, now I must have missed one. Great. Unless like I just need to punch the door. No, okay. So I must have missed one.
Damn.
Or they like unlit, but I think I can pretty much glide freely. Wow, he descends really quick. Oh yeah, there it is. The draw distance is not big enough to show it from that range. Bam, wowzers. Can I just go through the door?
Yeah, see if you can just cook through it. There's gotta be something.
Please.
You know the famous Knuckles lava core skip.
I kind of clipped in the ground there for a second, but...
Oh! What happens? Keep going down. Does he just pop up?
Yeah. At a certain point, you just get popped back out.
Shit.
It's like you'd have to go... But like if you go in deep and you release...
Who knows?
You just get stuck on the wall.
Oh, you're so in there.
If I punch, it does nothing. Yeah, you might not be able to do anything off of that.
Well, I mean, you can either waste time here,
Yeah.
or you go hit the other one you're missing. Yeah!
Amazing.
We'll find it! You know it's there! Oh! But now you have no idea where you are.
I'm like still up against the wall. Because it keeps flipping the camera around like it thinks it's fucking helpful.
Come on!
How do we get off the wall? Like,
I
like
don't
how
have
do
the
we get
instruction
off?
manual.
Like,
I'm not. Yeah.
there we go. I did a... Oh no.
And all the rings go away. Fuck off.
Oh, you gotta ride that all the way down. Okay, so I must have missed one. Because draw distance.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Okay, this is still like a win in my books. This is still a,
Yeah, no, this
a
is
net
this is an
positive. Okay,
absolute
there's some
win.
there. Did I not hit this one or something?
I don't know. Maybe they did like go out.
No, it looks unhit. Actually, it did look unhit.
I don't know. I felt like you did it before.
I know, I felt like I did too.
They're unhit.
Shit. Okay.
I think when you did the the thing wrong, they all unhit.
Maybe so.
Because now you have to do an order the stupid thing said. Because, yeah, like, you can't just run as Knuckles. We have to make you do a bunch of extra bullshit that's not that fun. Like, I didn't mind it in Sonic Adventure 2, but this is, like...
This is super
This
whatever.
is grim.
Get off.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get off the wall. It don't work.
He says in a manic tone.
Yeah. I'm freaking the fuck out here.
Wait, what about the one that was there? There you go.
Got it.
Okay, thank God.
Okay, now we can do this as Sonic.
I couldn't see where I was going, so thank you, Knuckles.
So wait, this is a different area though. So Knuckles let Sonic through the door, and okay,
Yeah,
he carried
Sonic was
Oh, there's
suffocating
Knuckles.
Should have Lightspeed dash.
Yeah.
if we
Did you
could.
see Knuckles though? He was like just standing back. Hey. Welcome.
Okay, yeah, this is a
Okay.
new area. You're totally right.
Okay, so surely there's a spring in these.
Surely there is, or there's
Spring.
zero.
There's like a rainbow ring.
Oh, this
up
is gonna
there
be a
in
fun
front of those
section.
rings.
See what's coming up. See what's coming up.
This is gonna play itself. Not pressing anything.
Until it's gonna ask you to press something.
There we go.
Like right
we
there.
go. Amazing.
You know, I will say it's like I mean, maybe the beach level, maybe the desert one, I don't know. But like,
Ooh.
that Arctic base level is probably okay because it was like, you know, a little bit different. But this like looking at everything, this entire lava section is like probably one of the roughest 3D Sonic levels I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I'm not inclined to disagree with you there, honestly.
Like just in terms of an attractive design.
It's so plain, yeah. No, I agree.
Like these Sonic sections are as
I got turned around too.
these Sonic sections are as slow as Knuckles'.
Thanks.
Da-na-na. Whoa! What if you got hit by that shit?
I would die.
Alright, we're at the end though.
Yeah. Yeah, these ones collide. They're not a risk.
All the others are very risky. Yeah, go, yeah.
Okay, yeah. They know. They played the level once. That's enough to know.
I don't know, maybe half.
Maybe halfway.
It's good enough. Sonic's birthday's tomorrow. Come on. Gotta ship it.
Yeah, we don't need to
corrected
say
me.
it, but
People
like...
corrected me. It's not... Why do you keep saying Sonic's birthday? It's not his birthday.
Anniversary.
It's the anniversary. I'm like, it's his birthday!
Fucking birthday. Same thing.
It's saying he was born on 1991.
He probably has a birthday day.
Yeah, something that you wrote about in a fic.
Probably.
I might have told you this in like a previous
needs to
thing,
be
but
about
like I
20%
made
cooler.
Mega Man X fan fiction
Oh,
back in the
good.
day.
Some good like Omegaverse stuff.
Kinda. It was like a lot of swearing.
Don't touch it!
Of course, naturally.
I found a chaos.
That sounds right.
This is just
What's this?
clearly
It's like a bigger
lava
version of the
monster.
previous worm enemy. I wonder if it's actually the same enemy, just like
A bigger
derivative
model,
version.
just
Yeah.
expanded it like after Katana kisses
Maybe
someone in a Mortal Kombat game.
Maybe a few more horns.
Okay, no, it's like a big tentacruel.
Looks a bit different, but can't quite tell. Honestly, have not scrutinized it enough. Oh, this is Iblis. Iblis himself has come down.
Wait, what happened to the White Acropolis? Which part was that?
That was the last level we were in. The snow level. We got to Eggman's base. We were chasing the thing.
Okay.
And then,
Oh, sorry, because the save game that we booted up said White Acropolis, so I thought we were
Yeah.
starting in there, not leaving.
Oh, yeah, no,
Yeah,
we
you're right.
just finished it, yeah.
So I was gonna say, this also really reminds me of the Magma Dragon in Zelda. Molgana, what is it?
No, fuck. Volvagia.
Volvagia. Anyway.
Is he gonna throw some garbage?
Some shit at you. And I'm excited that actual bit of story DLC is coming for Darksiders 3.
Genesis looks cool too.
On the soft footholds. Yeah, it does.
The soft rock.
So we'll also
Can't
take the
see.
time now to be like, yeah, we know about Shenmue being canceled. Sorry,
Canceled?
we know
Delayed.
about Shenmue being delayed 3 months.
No, that last video, the last Sonic session was dated pretty hard by that.
Pretty hard. I don't know, when he shoots that, is that
Oh,
like
wait,
just
does
like
it? Okay.
does it track?
Does that? Can I make that? Yeah, of course I can make that.
So something has happened. He's down there.
Iblis!
Please at least have. Why?
We're going up and down.
You just
We're gonna land on the spring.
please
Land
let
in
you
the
land
lava.
lava.
On the spring. We're going back.
What the shit?
Phase 2.
That was so weird. But I also have a feeling this boss fight's gonna go on for a little while.
Fuck, those are big.
Nice.
Yeah, it's okay. Oh look, this one just floated up.
Hey,
as it
thanks,
collided with
Ring
the
Buddy.
rock. That's nice. I should try to go to that side. It's like you can actually get somewhere.
Yeah, he's not gonna be interested in this place.
One ring's a little dicey, but
yeah,
it's fine.
You need at least enough to burst out of you when you get hit.
I think from here I can get to the other ones if I just climb onto this one.
Yeah, I don't know. He's making a whole other world.
But if I just climb onto this one, yeah. Oh, you could. You totally could. Okay.
Okay. Well, we learned.
We learned.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
Yes.
I was waiting for a game over.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna
not a game over, but like a life lost.
A big death. Oh shit! I could have hit him there. Oh, do you only need to hit one to make him pop out? I guess so. Because last time we did all three, which was very cool, by the way.
Yeah. I guess you could try it. Oh, now that one just popped
okay.
back.
Well, I mean, I guess they have to respawn if he breaks it.
When he sees they glow, he wants to go.
Yeah.
And that's why he smash. So whenever a path opens up to them, hit all of them, I guess.
Boy, a lot of waiting in this boss fight.
Yeah, no, I can't stand fights that are designed like this.
No.
Like, I don't mind a little waiting for a boss to do an animation or whatever, but
the first one with the wolf enemy wasn't awful. Like it
wasn't. It went by fast.
It was a little jank, but like you could
do it. I expect that.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Right. Oh, is he coming?
Is he coming?
I don't know.
Might or might not.
It's not like I can really get to the others.
The problem is that when he actually did that
thing,
here we go. We didn't really see what he did.
Shit.
We saw it from a weird angle.
That's half.
This is so awkward, this part.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's just a feeling I have.
So can I go back to that same outcropping? Like one? Yep, there it is. Okay, so let's do that again.
Yeah, I'm not really.
Can I make that? I can probably make this.
But can you make it back? I don't know.
Nice, I got the ring too.
That was pretty good.
That actually worked well. I'll grab a few more rings and try to do that again.
Yeah.
Unless I just missed the spring? Okay. I would never be shocked if I missed the spring and
yeah,
landed right in the lava.
I mean, now that it's worked like flawlessly, I guess. So far, I'd assume it would be thus.
The boss team clearly had a lot more time on this game than the levels team.
We're on boss team.
Welcome.
Welcome to boss team. That's pretty sick.
Okay.
We're all each other's bosses. We're like Valve.
We're like Valve. Glad that worked.
It actually did.
Glad that worked. Is he coming or no? I'm thinking that's a no.
Is he coming? Sonic, it's coming!
Was I supposed to hit him there?
Yo, you just got a hit. Do it! It's days from the impacts!
Oh shit.
Die, Sonic! Oh, fuck.
Oh my god, I almost fucking ate it there.
That was so strange.
Okay, so he has like a new attack for the final phase.
I guess he swims on the surface.
He's a lava swimmer.
Likes it. When I get to Magmore Caverns, whenever I start Metroid Prime, that's where I usually stop because it's so scary.
The music? Oh my god, yeah. That song's incredible. That and like, Fendrana Drift.
Yeah, that's it. Wasn't sure if I got it.
That's
so
good.
I always stop.
Sorry?
That's right, I always stop. You know what?
It's a good way in.
This is gonna be dated, like, because I'm gonna talk about an E3 thing, but it's like Nintendo could show me one game that I'm not that interested in for their entire presentation. But if at the end they go, oh, also here's Metroid Prime Trilogy, I'll be like, that was a solid E3.
Oh, just Trilogy, not even...
Like, they have to show one other thing. Like, that it could even be something I'm not interested in.
Yeah, but I mean, not even Metroid Prime 4.
But
like, Trilogy is...
If Trilogy, I'll go, that was solid.
Yeah.
It wasn't a great E3. It's not an absolute classic.
But solid.
But it's solid. Because I like HD remakes so much now.
Okay, looks like he's coming. Okay.
There.
Okay, so now hopefully this looks like a good jump.
Yay.
Nice.
If it was Metroid Prime 4, yes, I'd be happy too. But I'm just saying. That would be a solid plus. Then.
I'm really looking forward to that trilogy on Switch because I've never really like done them all. So especially not Echoes and Corruption.
Yeah, Echoes is the only one I didn't finish, obviously because it's not the hardest one. But I did get actually really far. And I felt it was like challenging, but like I was concentrating, like I was missing meals.
Sure, yeah.
Playing it. But for anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about, like Metroid Prime Trilogy HD has been like almost soft confirmed and like rumored for like, I want to say at least half a year.
So many like reputable sources have been like, this is happening.
That's totally a thing. But you know, Nintendo, for an HD thing, they'll announce it and it's going to be out in like 4 months later.
But I mean, also real talk, like the best timing would be nearer to Metroid Prime 4. So
That's
I get it.
pretty cool.
That is cool. They did this cutscene justice.
Talk about it first.
Nope. The talking was implied.
She flashes him.
Later, fucker. Why did this happen? Do you know who that other shadow is?
I actually have no clue.
Can you tell me?
You want me to look it up is what you mean?
No, I just want you to
How about I look it up and then I'll like give you hints and
No,
you can say his
don't.
name.
Don't
no, I'm
even.
gonna do that.
Shadow and Rouge go?
They died.
Don't tell me nothing.
They were fused together in the transport.
Look, we're in the place with the awful minigame. Oh, a newspaper. The festival was attacked. What a fucking headline.
Oh wait, Hedgehog of Mystery.
Also, Daily Soriana.
Yeah,
shout out to Japan.
Because they kept having to change the names and stuff.
Jeez.
Remember, there's going to be a MacGuffin they talk to later where they call it one name in one cutscene, and then for the rest of the cutscenes they call it a completely different
you've
name.
mentioned this in the
Book
past.
of Darkness and Scepter of Darkness.
The Kami Hot Dogu, right?
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
Right, because it was supposed to be like a book or something.
Let me just say, it's a fucked up world where I have to write the evil Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh, God.
Back in the shit.
Light chip, anti-gravity, we got that, and bounce bracelet allows you to use the bound jump. God, the prices are like busted.
Yeah.
You have so much money in this game.
There's got to be something you can spend it on. Maybe there was, but then again they had to take it all out.
So if you hit X in the air now, I got a bound jump. See?
Yeah.
Oh wow,
okay.
it's actually pretty high. Like if I just need to go straight up, I wonder if you can just do a low jump and mash it. Is that?
Okay, I have his name. It's stupid.
Good.
But
Glad.
It's a name you can never guess. It's not
good.
like
I'm
a
looking forward
generic
to it.
name like Shadow.
Hey Rossi.
Hey Leon.
3 Musketeers that saved Soliana. They hid treasure somewhere, but there were conditions he had to fulfill to get the treasure. Running speed, rock-crushing strength, and flying speed are the things you had. Of course.
So I need
naturally.
the Pegasus boots and the Titan's mitt.
The bracelet, whatever, power bracelet.
Power bracelet,
yeah. You can't find all 3. If you go to the clock tower with the right people, okay, let's do it.
Oh, that sounds spooky. I like
We've
that.
got
It's
a
gonna be
perfect-
like that one mission in Vampire the Masquerade.
That scared you?
It's one of the most fantastic side missions I've ever seen in a game. They're like, hey, go get this item at like this mansion.
Bloodlines, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like this incredible haunted mansion that has its own like story, like lore behind it.
Oh, that sounds
and you
cool.
go through it, and then you collect the item, and then you like move on with the rest of the game. But like, it's such a
just elaborate,
tight, well designed.
Look who we're
elaborate
talking
area.
to.
James Caan.
The spirit of Antonio. You look
Antonio
fucking alive to
Banderas.
me, Gramps. If you can overcome the challenges, I will give you the treasure of Soliana. Let's begin. First, the flying speed challenge.
Clint
Naturally.
Eastwood. I'll say all
Naturally,
the
the
old
flying
actors.
speed one will go first.
Yeah, the Legend of the Three Musket.
I hope this isn't like really easy to fail, and if you mess up any of them, you go back to the world map.
I really hope it's not easy to fail. Yes. Oh my God.
Okay, so it's giving us all 3 goals at once, despite telling us that the flying one's first. Where was the last frame? Oh, they're over here. Of course, they're over here.
Also, I'm not sure you can get hit during this, but do be careful because you do have 0 rings.
Oh, you're right.
I don't know if it's going to throw shit at you. Who knows? But
I hope time's not going to be an issue anyway.
you have 7 minutes, which means yes, it will be. Because we thought that at the same time with the other
We
one.
have 1 minute.
Oh, I thought that was a 7.
Yeah, no,
You
that's
have a minute,
that's a 1.
motherfucker. Let's do this together. We're still on just Tails. Unless Tails can do all of it.
We're building up. Soon it's going to be Knuckles' time to punch.
I hope
I mean,
within the
shine.
40 seconds you have.
I imagine we're gonna like load into another mission for that one.
Oh, yeah,
Jesus.
maybe. I need
Oh, these
to
ones
remember my youth.
Hopefully these are the last ones. Ooh, okay, good. Okay. Good on time there.
Remember, to support the multiple tails that Tails has, he does have multiple butts.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like Goro with the extra pecs.
Yep. So Sonic or Knuckles? Who we got? Oh, Knuckles, huh?
Well, yeah.
Thanks, Spirit
Remember,
of
this
Antonio.
is exactly like the Trials of the Goddess should have been in Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
Should have been one for strength, one for... We said this a million times. But...
A billion gazillion times. Where
Here
are we?
you go!
Where is this?
It's a little forest.
So we gotta break these?
I guess. That looks super satisfying to break.
Feels good. I wonder if I can do a jump attack past them, like... Ooh,
No.
No, let me try one more time. Nope, that's not a time saver. That's a way to lose
It's a time vampire.
Yep. Ah! Yeah! Thanks. Can't believe that doesn't
It can
work.
only be the 3-hit combo. It's the only move you have with the power.
Boy, I hope I don't run out of time on this piece of shit. Like, of all
That's
the
another
ones-
back of the box quote.
Yeah.
I hope I have enough time. This piece of shit.
Yeah, print this box after. It's gonna be a
still-
big one.
It's still unclear what you have
Oh
to
my
do.
God.
It's a good thing they gave you this mini map with all the information you need.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Oh my god, why is it like this? I actually have no explanation for this.
No.
Like, if this is this bad, this should have just been cut all together.
This is like we have to make content. Like we have to make side missions. Like
No,
the
I get that.
designer says we got side missions, gotta make some side
Like,
missions.
those rocks
Oh,
weren't
boy.
even highlighted on the map, so what was the point of that map other than to show...
Because the map's on by default. Turning it off actually takes more
That would have
work.
taken a whole day of dev work.
It actually would have taken more work.
It probably would have. You're probably totally
Yeah.
right.
Running speed challenge.
You do it, Knuckles. What? But Knuckles can run fast.
That would almost be fun if like the roles were switched and it worked.
I feel like
but
that happens later on in Sonic Boom, but no one's played that far.
I finished it.
Shut
I
up.
streamed the
You
whole
did-
game.
Sonic Boom?
Sonic Boom.
I don't remember. Sonic
the Wii U
Boom?
one. Rise of Lyric. I streamed the whole thing.
Like, I won't-
At a certain point, I turned off the music and just played Sonic music. Good Sonic music.
I won't say
Where am I
that
going?
you didn't stream it, but I maintain you didn't beat it.
I absolutely did.
How long did it take? Like, did you use like cheats and
No,
shit?
I went through the whole thing. It took.
When I say cheats, I mean like the game's own bugs.
So I showed
Sonic.
off. I showed off like the Knuckles bug and
Use light
stuff,
speed
you know.
dash, watch out.
But I did beat the game legitimately.
Okay, okay.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, where am I going though? Like, okay.
I feel like
I'm
you
so
failed that.
surprised.
I feel like you actually failed that.
I'm
I
surprised
was
that I
gonna
found
say
the
you
goal
didn't
ring.
get all the rings.
Boo.
It takes it away.
It
It remixes it into the failure theme. Exactly.
Nice. We get the treasure of Soliana.
Here, it's the key to the city.
Yeah,
This is like what happens when you win a battle in a Tails game.
it's true. Look at those two kids dancing over there.
With the exact same animation.
Dinner.
We're gonna eat dinner.
That's their thing. I remember that from this game. S rank. Nice.
Wow.
You
I
get
guess.
so much money. Like it's fucked.
I bet you they had items and more shit that was more expensive than they're like, because I
At least
have no,
on paper, at least.
I have no
Yeah,
explanation
like
for it other than that.
no, it's
honestly.
jacked.
Yeah.
You know what game is really, really good, but the economy is completely jacked? Sekiro.
I thought you were gonna say a game called Jacked.
No. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. Sekiro's economy gets so jacked the moment you hit New Game Plus.
Right,
Like,
I can imagine.
you have too much money for everything. But up till then, like you're squeezing.
Like NPCs are saying
squeezing
to
every
you,
penny.
you have too much money.
You can't buy here anymore.
Huh?
Person in the blue car stole a product from my shop and ran away.
She's not looking at Sonic.
It's really important. You're fast, right? Yep.
Not
so,
really.
is he going to be in a car? Because this is what they're telling me.
Please.
But
I
I
thought
kind
you
of
meant
can't believe
Sonic.
that
I
I'm
thought you
going to
meant
chase
Sonic
a car.
is driving a car.
Oh my god.
That'd be stupid. Imagine if they did that.
I know.
Sonic
Really?
driving a car.
Let him race. Attack it and break it so it can't run away.
Yeah, that's my law with children.
Yeah. I wish they had a different load here, at least for each campaign. You know what I mean? Like, it's just Sonic.
It's all over the place. It's just random.
We're on, what's the highway called in Sonic Adventure 2?
City Highway, Dangereux Highway.
Something like that.
That was great. That was as good as when you do it in Spider-Man on PS4.
Yeah, with the
Exciting.
exactly. That's what inspired that, really.
Yeah.
The open city.
You have to look to
everything.
The dramatic camera angles, the
Everything.
webbing that Sonic shoots.
The lack of water in the environments.
I bet you had Hedgehog secrete something.
It's gonna be like quadruple S rank. D.
F.
That was
Okay.
Oh!
Nice.
You destroyed that car. That guy from Final Fight showed up. He's like, oh god. Even here!
It never ends.
Even in the depressing ghetto that is Soliana. Sorry, Soriana.
Soriana.
So yeah, we haven't gone to the MacGuffin. Like, I'm sure that's what Robotnik gets.
We're building up to it.
The Scepter of Book of Darkness.
It's got to connect to Elise's power, right? Whatever that is.
The Scepter is very...
That's what I mean by, like, if I could be on one and move it at the same time.
Yeah, like you're playing fucking Breath of the Wild.
Like, if I stand on that...
Stasis.
The corner... Because, like, there's weird, like, diagonal...
Maybe a buddy can push it for you.
I don't think the buddies
You have
can
squad
do
control?
anything. Squat control?
Squad.
I don't.
Sure, squat too. Why not?
I wish.
It's an improvement, darling.
Oh, no, if I just kick it while I'm standing on it, that's all it takes.
It needs to be about 20% cooler.
Oh!
Okay. Okay, so it's got to be, like, displaced a little bit for it to work. But, like...
my God.
Oh, there we go, there we go.
Yeah, physics.
Nice. And you could fly if you get that just right.
You found the
so
tech.
That's the running attack. If you do the running attack on a box.
You found the tech.
So if you do that towards a wall, does it still spin out?
You got to bring this shit to nationals.
Yeah. It's really hard to stand on them, but like, ooh, you can do some interesting stuff maybe.
You definitely could. And that's up in the air a while.
Yeah.
And then falls down to the water.
It's a shame they spin.
Oh shit!
It's a shame they spin so much because
Okay,
like
good.
you could get some stuff done if they didn't.
Yeah, you could really get some work done.
Acrobatic rings.
Oh, Arrow the Acrobat.
Can we find? Yep. Yes, we can. And now the mission is find someone to do it.
When?
Wait, are you fucking serious? Are we a
Acrobatic
scout?
Circus Scout. The guy that named...
I thought, God forbid, Sonic
Yeah.
was going to be the acrobat going through the ranks.
And he has to wear like a costume. It's a silly costume.
Okay, first.
Oh, get
first
ready for
test
load
it.
screen.
Okay, never mind.
Anyway, I'll take the second to say, the guy that like named the mascot character of Arrow the Acrobat, he just wrote that name down, and he looked down at his page, and he's like, he leaned back in his chair. He's an acrobat, see?
Yeah.
But he's a bat.
So.
And he's getting like a blowjob under the table at that exact minute.
It's like swordfish.
You gotta come up with the best mascot, and he just writes that down, and everyone's like, what? And the girl under the table, her eyes are like bulging out because she's so surprised.
Oh my god. Thanks, swordfish.
She sees the name, and she sees like the little sketch of the character, and she's like,
Well,
whoa!
it's good while it lasted. This is nothing, but
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
Happening.
Go
We
on.
are finishing the mission. There we go.
I was gonna say
Took about half the time we
idea
needed.
that someone's in this situation of swordfish, but they need to come up with like mascot characters.
That situation could be anything, and it would
It
be
really
funny.
could. Like as an artist has to create blank.
Yeah.
You know?
I just got a starting bonus. Sonic just got signed. Nice. Clean.
It was incredible, yeah.
I understand. You were in a real tough spot.
It would destroy his relation with his father forever, which it should.
That's
That
right.
would be, yeah.
Okay, so
There you go.
with Visser 1 executed, Visser 3 is the new Visser 1.
It needs to be about 20%.
So now he's
Where's
the head
Visser?
coach.
Where's Visser 2?
Why isn't
Where's
Visser 2?
Visser
Visser
2? Where?
We're getting into Visser 2 right now.
Okay.
He's not very interesting. Visser 3 just
I'm
gets...
sorry,
about
but this is
20%
such a,
cooler.
I know,
an
I know.
information gap here. It's glaring.
Visser 2 is just like another guy who was like loyal to Visser 3, who's now Visser
Didn't even
1.
know any of this was going on.
Loyal to Visser 3, but he's higher.
Yeah, but he's Visser 1 now.
Okay.
Okay, alright.
They don't...
So we don't meet Visser 2 until 3 has already left over him.
I mean, yeah, this is like, he's not even mentioned until all the way at the fucking end.
Okay,
He's just,
alright.
Visser 3's like first plan, now is Visser 1. It's like, I just want to fucking start steamrolling things.
Sure.
So what I'm gonna do is I've already got a
It
bunch of
needs to be
people
about
in place,
20%
including
cooler.
Visser 2, in the United States military.
Right.
I want to start nuclear war with China.
Oh, God.
So we can thin the military resistances of Earth.
Makes sense.
Kill a couple billion people, and then just clean house from the rest.
Holy shit.
And that's his plan.
Isn't like the whole point of humans is that there's so many of us? Don't they want there to be more?
Yeah,
Well,
but even
They
with
can
a couple-
sacrifice a billion.
Even
easily, I'd
getting,
say.
like, again, most species only have millions of people. So even if you kill half of the human population, you still vastly outnumber most other species that are known at this
It
point,
needs to be about
especially in this
20%
comic.
cooler.
Okay.
So, and again, Visser 3's kind of not the smartest guy. He's kind of like just beat you with a club as opposed to being subtle like Visser 1. So this is kind of like a plan that's in his wheelhouse, you know? Just an excuse to shoot Draken beams at guys, and that's like what he's about. So Visser 2 is in charge of this fucking ship, this like big military submarine with an armed with nuclear warheads that he's going to have Visser 2 go into Chinese waters and fucking nuke China and start an international conflict. So they have no choice but to board this ship, basically warn all the fucking military personnel on there that this is happening, and then it's like them and the military versus all the controllers that are on there. And so this conflict is averted because Axe basically hijacks one of the plane that has like a nuke on it, and then threatens to bomb the Yerk pool and kill everybody in that entire city, including the families of all the Animorphs, without telling them.
Axe is
unless
the madman.
they
He'll
pull
do that shit.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, that's what that's the Andalite MO.
He admits in the book, he's like, he was going to do it.
Yeah.
And he's just like, if they ever found out, they'd never forgive me, but I had to do it. And so this World War III conflict is avoided by threatening all the Yerks that are on Earth and destroying the pool and basically killing everybody. Okay.
But he doesn't actually do it.
He doesn't actually do. He doesn't have to. Visser 1, new Visser 1, pulls the plug on his plan to save, the people, because like, who are they going to have left to infest? So what?
It's an improvement, darling.
The Earth is like their big #1 spot right now. So much of their forces are deployed here on Earth, and there aren't a lot of Yerks compared to Andalites. So like, losing Earth and having their entire pool destroyed would be catastrophic. Set them back so fucking far. So that's
I kind of think Axe should have done it, maybe.
Probably. I mean, there were opportunities that really would have turned the tide of this battle.
So the final thing that Visser 3 does, or Visser 1, new Visser 1 now does, Visser 3/Visser 1 does, is they start testing the blood that all the Animorphs, the Andalite bandits, have shed during battles with them to scan the DNA to try and find if there's any matches. Because at this point, they're starting to suspect that maybe these aren't Andalite bandits after all. And so they start matching their DNA with humans. And they realize, okay, these are all humans, we have to track them down and find them. So this sends the Animorphs into a fucking scramble because all their families are at risk.
Wouldn't that blood have been animal DNA? Because
it's animal DNA, but there are traces of the
when
actual...
you absorb an animal, their DNA enters your blood.
Yeah, it becomes part of your DNA. So it's science mumbo jumbo. It works.
It doesn't really make sense. Like,
no.
Your blood would
Does
be
any of this
gone,
make sense?
fact.
Not really. But it's all
cooler.
within the context of the lore of the universe.
Sure.
It's possible. So that's what they do, and so all of their identities are eventually discovered. And so this forces them all to fucking scramble. And everybody secures their families except for Jake.
Who doesn't give a fuck about his family?
Yeah, like his whole fucking motivation is his brother.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
so
right.
His brother, because his brother throughout the series has been shown to be rising in the ranks of the Yerk Empire and like becoming a bigger and bigger deal. And at this point, he's like one of Visser 3, now Visser 1's right-hand guys.
Oh shit.
So as soon as they find this out, like his parents are immediately infested, and his parents try to murder him while he's at home.
Oh.
And so he has no choice but to flee while everyone else rescues their families. And at this point, Jake gives zero fucks. He's ready to do whatever is fucking necessary, kill these motherfuckers, burn it all down to the ground, and like nobody really knows what to do. He's like just fucking like depressed and broken, but just like, I have no empathy left to offer anybody. I'm here to murder.
Like, Axe could have nuked the whole town.
Yep.
But that would have averted nuclear war with China that would eradicate like half the Earth's population. I mean, maybe he should have done it.
You know?
Maybe he should have done it.
These are the ethical questions you face in war.
It might have saved lives overall, maybe.
These are the lessons 9-year-olds need to learn. Okay.
Future United States Marines.
So they decide the Animorphs still have the morphing cube from the whole thing with David. And so they decide now that like the battle is increasing and becoming like more public and open at this point, it's accelerating, they need to recruit more members. They need more Animorphs. They need more troops at this point to fight.
So they've had bad experiences with that.
Yes, and this is a point that they bring up, and they are very hesitant to open the floodgates. And so, in a kind of like this is really fucked. Because like Jake has basically decided that like all of their ethical considerations they've been having throughout this entire war no longer apply. They have to murder, they have to kill, they have to lie.
That means they can fuck his animals now.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wait.
God, I hate all of you. So what they decide to do is they decide to go to and recruit other children because they're more they won't have like they have a problem, of course, like adults not believing what they're saying and stuff. Kids will be more receptive because like they're kids like them. They also decide to recruit disabled kids because Yeerks won't be interested in their bodies. They have less chance of being infected if captured.
Sure.
So they go to like a disabled hospital and recruit a bunch of them. And their numbers increase to 23.
Not mentally disabled.
No.
Okay.
But the interesting is that some of them actually heal when they morph back because again, not as long as it's not like a genetic defect, you're fine again once you go back to being an animal. Some of them don't, some of them do, depending on the conditions they have. So they have like an auxiliary B team now of a bunch of other animals to help them fight.
Kids, they tricked them into being animals. They didn't trick them, I assume, right?
They explain the situation. They let them choose. They're not that far gone yet. Okay.
That's next chapter.
That's the next chapter.
Just you wait.
All right. So they go. After they recruit these guys, they go to like a next location, recruit more. Their plan is like build a big fucking army, but they're actually they're intercepted by Tom, Jake's brother, who's now like basically second in command after Visser 1 because he's been working with Visser
20% cooler.
Visser 2 is not in the picture.
Still irrelevant.
Still irrelevant.
Okay.
He was relevant for like one paragraph in that last book.
I'm just the messenger.
Yeah.
Like he must have done something important.
It is a much more interesting ethical dilemma to have your brother be the number 2 guy than like an actual number 2 guy.
They just number him Visser?
It doesn't matter.
This all happens very quickly, so I'm sure they probably don't have time to go through proper protocols to like promote him or whatever. He's essentially Visser 2, and all but name. Tom's Visser 2 at this point. So Tom intercepts them and steals the morphing cube from them.
Oh, I don't like that.
So Jake is just like, I have to kill my brother. So he goes to murder Tom and get the cube back because he's just like, I do what I gotta do.
Tom knows Jake is an animorph?
They all do now.
They all do now. They've discovered their identities with the genetic matching and stuff like that.
Okay.
Shit's all out in the open now. So they actually take all their families and hide them at the Free Hork-Bajir Valley because, again, that's being hidden by the Illumis powers. So it's like their new base of operations. And their parents are all freaked out because they all know about it now. They're living with aliens. Shit's fucking weird. So they go to get these more Animorphs, basically build an army to fight this like now basically open war. And Tom comes, steals the morphing cube so they can't make any more. And Jake is about to kill his brother, but Cassie stops him because she's a bleeding heart. And so now the Yeerks can morph.
Wow.
They have a bunch of morph-capable shock troopers.
Can I just say that this entire series is full of like, all right, guys, let's end the war. There will be some casualties, but let's end this thing once and for all. No, you can't do that. Here, let's save these guys. Billions more dead immediately. Like direct influence, like, oh, don't kill this one guy.
This anti-war series has made me more bloodthirsty.
Yeah, exactly.
If anything. Decisive action really is where it's at.
Just one after another, it's shown that hesitating for a second will lead to countless miseries.
Hesitation is.
Listen closely. This is
maybe capitalism and warmongering was right all along. All right, so the Yeerks are now infesting the National Guard. They're trying to like start open conflict and all that good stuff. So they decide to go public. They warn like the governor and everything, like this is all happening. Who's not very receptive to the idea until like the governor's like assistant pulls a Draken beam and tries to kill them all for revealing the truth, and like all of a sudden it becomes a lot more fucking believable. Probably a bad call by him, but you know
that was a mistake.
Definitely a bad move. So war is go now. The military is like on the case. There are people fighting. And Jake's
how
just.
How do they know who to fight? Like, how can they tell who's?
This is the thing. They have Jake basically says you need to like take all your most trusted troops and lock them away for 3 days before we can do an attack. Because if any of them start freaking out, they're already infected. Okay. All right. Sorry. I just had to make sure I had my order of events right because this is the densest part of the entire fucking series. A lot of shit happens.
Why is it one bullet point then?
One bullet point is actually longer.
I ran out of space on the board, Munchie.
We're finally at Act 6 and I'm stuck now.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so in the meantime, while they're waiting for like the 3 days to pass, they get a hold of communication technology because again, Marco's dad has created a Z-space transponder, so they use it to contact the Andalite fleet. He's like, "Yo, war is go. Please help." And the Andalites are like, "No." And the reason they don't want to help is they're just like, we're fighting two fronts versus the Inati, which they had already fucked up. They have the upper hand there, and then Earth. We want them to divert all their forces to Earth so we can clean up here really quickly, and then we're just gonna bomb in and destroy the planet and just kill all the Yeerks that are left there and basically end the war. So the Andalites are gonna commit genocide on Earth.
They would never do that.
I know, it's so out of character.
I don't believe
so
it.
fucking out of character.
There's gotta be a twist.
So basically they realize we're still fucking on our own, Andalites, good for nothing, and they just work together with the military, and they figure out another entrance to the Yeerk pool, and they're like busing subways of people into the Yeerk pool now because it's an open infestation. Like shit's going fucking crazy. So they work with the military and basically say, we have no choice at this point, we're gonna have to just like hijack one of the trains, fill it with explosives, destroy the entire fucking Yeerk pool and all the innocent people in there because we have to fucking stop them.
Yep.
And they do. And they destroy the entire city fucking sized Yeerk pool, kill thousands of innocent people, and the entire city above it is also heavily damaged. But it's a major fucking thing.
I want to mention, I think like way earlier in the series, there's a part where like the Animorphs realize that for some weird quirk of chemistry, like Quaker Oats, like cinnamon oatmeal is deadly poison to Yeerks, and they could put it in the Yeerk pool and kill all the Yeerks if they wanted to, but they're like, no, that's unethical.
Yes.
That would be chemical warfare, and we can't resort to it.
That does
And they don't do it, and this is the fucking result.
That would just kill the Yeerks.
Yep.
That would not kill humans.
It would be dishonorable, though.
I mean, a little bit.
So
sure.
now the Andalites we're gonna just blow up the entire fucking planet.
Look, I'm just the messenger, alright?
I mean, is it even fair to say that, like, is any of those Yeerks actually an innocent Yeerk if they're possessing an unwilling...
I would say no.
Of course not. Obviously, they should have put the fucking oatmeal in the fucking pool.
Yeah, you're right. I guess that's true.
I mean, when you put that
Maybe there's some conscientious objectors in that pool of Yeerks and they won't possess anyone because they're like...
Every actor in this entire book series is all dark gray, and that's the only color in this person's palette.
Exactly. So, yeah, they destroy the Yeerk pool. Thousands of innocent hosts are killed. So in response, the Yeerks start bombing their hometown, which is just fucking annihilated in response.
Fair enough.
And so they start rebuilding a pool in another location. But at the same time, they bring down the pool ship. It's an aerial, like, mobile Yeerk pool down to the surface of the Earth to help all the forces that are left. Because remember, this is like all their shock troopers are basically on Earth at this point.
Yep.
So this is like the key moment. If they can get rid of the pool ship, then they're really fucked. Because like all of their reserve troops that were up in orbit are now, for a small window of time, on Earth. And if they can destroy this ship, they've basically won. So this is like the end game here. This is the make it or break it situation. So they have two goals basically. They need to destroy or disable the ship, and also make sure they need to stop the construction of the new ground-based Yeerk pool as well. And so they go for that first because it's a smaller goal to do. And their idea is to just like fucking kill all the Taxxons that are building it, because Taxxons like they're really good burrowers and stuff. Remember, they lived in like hives and stuff on their home planet. And so they go to do that, and they realize like resistance is a lot easier. And in a weird fucking twist of fate, Arbron, all the way back up here, was trapped as a Taxxon, ended up on Earth.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, Arbron's still alive. He somehow survived that. And there's like a bunch of Taxxons who want to help them out and fucking help the Earth.
Cool, I guess. Hey, alright. Fantastic.
So they solved that pretty easily. So while they're kind of like planning what to do with Arbron and the Taxxons to like fucking end this pool ship, Tom shows up. And he tries to broker peace with the Animorphs. Because he says, I want to be Visser 1, so I gotta get rid of Visser 1.
Okay.
I want to fucking...
What a Visser 2? Okay, I'm sorry.
Backstab him and take control of this myself.
Visser 2 is like the vice president. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
What a strange thing to say to someone. Imagine you are warring against another country, and then a general comes like, all right, let's do some negotiations. Listen, I want to move up the chain of command in this military operation, so let me help you to do this, so I can rise up to a higher rank in the military and then continue our war. Just help me out real quick.
It needs to be about 20% cooler.
Well, I was gonna say like half of like the Middle Eastern leaders that the U.S. like implanted to like when we put them in to get rid of other regimes, and then they just became regimes.
There just may have been warring factions even at that point. I don't know. Look, we all get it. Let's hear the end of the fucking
All right,
story.
we have a couple more bullet points left to go through.
Yeah.
All right. So he approaches Jake about this, obviously, because Jake has a personal relationship to his host, and so he figures that's the guy to talk to. And Jake reluctantly agrees to his plans because he basically says, "I will get you into the pool ship, so we can disable it without having to destroy it. We can get Visser 1. We can end this war, and like." What I will do is I will just take a small group of Yeerks in a small ship and leave, and I will never come back to Earth. But that is my payment for basically allowing this planet to survive.
Sure.
So Jake agrees, but it's very obvious that he's not buying this because he just thinks that's fucking bullshit. So basically what happens is that they go through with their plan to attack this pool ship that's on the ground. And they send basically all of the military people that are helping them, as well as all the disabled kid, the auxiliary team, on a suicide mission as a distraction so they can get into the ship and disable it.
Oh, God. That's sad when you say it like that.
Yeah, that's what fucking happens.
No, it's a suicide mission?
Yeah.
Hey, Tom, I'm sorry. I have one question. Since they already had like started recruiting people like the, like the disabled kids, why don't they get like their parents to become Animorphs and like everybody they know, like as?
They don't.
Did they lose the cube before?
Yeah,
that?
at this point,
Okay.
Tom still has the cube. That's
Okay.
why they only made 23,
That makes
not like
sense.
23,000.
Right.
You know, because like part of the deal is that Tom will give the cube back.
Right.
If they follow through with this fucking plan. So, they sneak aboard the ship. Everybody else fucking dies, pretty much. They all get fucking massacred. Visser 1 is like targeting the auxiliary team specifically, murder them.
Cool.
You know, disabled children dying.
Yeah.
For a book for 9-year-olds. It's all good.
Why am I desensitized to this? Like after all,
That's
this,
what
it's
war
like,
is
yeah,
like,
right,
Munchie.
right.
After 35 books of this,
Yeah.
it's like,
So they
of course all the disabled kids
Yeah.
get slaughtered.
Remember when? Okay, it's downright quaint to think of disembowelment to be a bear. Like just say like, oh, way back, all I had to do was just some dude getting bisected. It was all right.
So once they're on the ship, Jake goes full savage, pretty much. They find like all of the Yeerks that are still in the pool and fucking murders 17,000 or so Yeerks, just fucking kills them.
Quaker oatmeal, just
Pretty much does that.
Finally, what he should have done a long time
He ignores the
ago.
fact that all the ground troops are just being killed because they have more important things to do. And in a kind of like double backstab, as Tom inevitably tries to backstab him, he had like secretly ordered Rachel, the crazy Amazonian lady, to sneak onto his ship that he had, and she murders his brother, kills him.
Tom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tom is dead.
Right. Okay.
Jake has ordered the Rachel to kill his brother, and then his troops immediately kill Rachel, and Rachel is dead as well.
Wait, was Tom a willing collaborator, or was he?
He was not.
So he just had a bad Yeerk in him.
Yeah.
But there was nothing to be done.
There's nothing to be done.
Oh, okay.
So after all of these massive losses, Visser 1 is basically demoralized and surrenders, and the war ends, and the Earth does not have to be destroyed.
The only Animorph who died was Rachel.
Rachel's the only one who is dead. So after the end of the war, we go into the epilogue. This is like 3 years after the conflict. Visser 1, like
the one who was Visser 3 and is now Visser 1.
Yeah.
Well, that's where the epilogue is.
Gives up the war and I assume goes back to Yeerkland.
He gives up. He like leaves Oleron's body. So Oleron is now Oleron again.
Sorry.
And
the Andalite. Yeah.
Yeah, and so they just like cut immediately after this battle to like what happened over the last 3 years. Like everybody's kind of like older now and shit. Basically, things like on the surface appear good. Like Earth is good. Like we're learning more from the Andalites. The whole fact that they were gonna fucking genocide us kind of just swept under the rug, you know? We start doing like trade and exchanging technology with them and get like better shit. Marco and Axe kind of become like celebrities recounting the stories of the war. They're like the only two that kind of can like semi-deal with the fact of like all the atrocities committed. Axe, obviously, no problem. He's been born and raised in this culture. Marco just like deals with things by making jokes about it. So he's like internally fucked up, especially because of what he did to his dad. But he's just like making the best of a bad situation.
What happened to his mom?
His mom's still alive.
Just on like another planet with the
No.
Earths?
They saved the host when they were brought back to Earth to be put on to be executed.
Cool.
So
Sick.
they're fine.
But his dad's dead.
It needs to be
His
about
dad's still
20%
alive.
cooler.
His mom and dad are back together.
His mom and dad are back together.
Oh, it was just the stepmom. The
The
stepmom had to
stepmom,
go.
the stepmom, we don't know what happened to her. She could have died in the battle. She could still be a controller somewhere else. We don't fucking know.
Okay.
She just gets fucked, like gets the raw end of the deal. Thanks, Marco. Cassie and Jake, they were like in a relationship through like most of the series. As soon as the war ends, they basically break up because Jake is just like full fucking just gone. Like he doesn't. He just becomes like all about duty. He doesn't understand how to function now that the war is over because he's just spent like the war at this point lasted 4 years. It was 4 years of just doing this. So he just doesn't know how to function outside of war. So he just kind of becomes isolated and really alone. Tobias, he disappears because Rachel was like his pseudo girlfriend. He doesn't know how to process it. He just has disappeared. No one's seen him since the end of the conflict. He's a hawk. Hawks have a short lifespan. He could be dead. Nobody knows. They've known. So, and then the book kind of ends with like, there's like, there's space travel on Earth and stuff now. And Jake is assigned on this new mission because Axe has disappeared on a mission out there. And so he recruits a team of people that basically says, we're going on a mission. We're probably not ever going to come back.
Does he recruit a team of teenagers with attitude?
Yeah, no. It's just like normal people. Like he's like
It needs to be about 20% cooler.
Whatever the equivalent of military or whatnot would be at this point. He's also like, a very
Trump's
respected
Space Force.
He
This
joins
is how
Trump's
it
Space
happened,
Force.
folks.
And the book ends with them finding some crazy new threat that is vague and has apparently killed Axe. And the book just ends with them going to. The book just ends going to fight it, and that's how the book ends.
Wow.
It's like, war never ends. There's another conflict.
War crimes, war crimes, war crimes, war crimes.
Guys, I just want to say, this entire book series has just made me think, how cool would it be to be an iguana and then be able to have a really big tongue?
Dude, if you were a chameleon, you could actually change the color of your skin.
Dude,
that would be like...
That would be fucking crazy, dude.
Okay, real talk though, what is darker, Animorphs or Game of Thrones? Because I'm not even sure. I feel like more people die.
The scales are bigger in Animorphs.
Animorphs has definitely got a bigger death count.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just as many disemboweled.
Yeah, but Jake doesn't fuck his cousin in Animorphs, and everyone's fucking their cousins in Game of Thrones.
That's
so,
true.
you know,
That's true.
Whatever.
I mean, Rachel's like kind of like having a relationship with a bird. That's pretty weird.
Tom, how do we parse this? Like, how are we supposed to reconcile this with being alive as a human being with decency and dignity?
I've been trying to deal with that for like 20-something years, dude. Why do you think I am the way I am?
All right. Lecture over.
We're done.
Yay!
Rary's wearing Fluttershy's skirt.
Yeah. Or maybe it's just to showcase that you can swap their clothes around if you want.
Yeah, because I think that's Sunset's skirt and Fluttershy and whatnot. And Dash
That looks like Applejack's outfit. It looks like Dash and Applejack.
Dash looks like a grandma.
Yeah.
Actually, I would say Sunset's wearing the Applejack skirt because look at that. That looks like a jean skirt thing on Sunset.
Yeah. Possibly.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a strange thing.
I don't know.
But yeah, Twilight's all business.
Business. Numbers. And she doesn't have her glasses. Maybe she's wearing contacts.
Or maybe it's the other Twilight. Dun dun dun.
Or maybe Rarity stole them.
Oh, of course. Anyway, comic news, and this one's going to be a little disappointing in some ways. Transformers number 18 is getting convention-exclusive pony cover. Maybe some point we'll get back to that in a little bit. But yeah, it's Transformers dressed up as in pony cosplay. And
I'm certain that Transformers fans are thrilled.
Well, I saw a lot of them actually don't like it just because they think the art's bad. Not because it's pony, because they think the art's bad. Actually, some people are like, most people are like, I like the pony Transformers stuff, but this one, the art's bad.
Oh, okay. So it's not a quote unquote art is bad.
Yeah, it's actually,
With
no, I think
heavy
the art
air
is bad
quotes.
type stuff.
Uh,
Friendship is Magic number 91 has a cover and synopsis. Season 10 continues. Sakura, Applejack, and their friends traveled into the depths of the desert to find the home of the mysterious Groot slang, but obstacles stand in their way. Obstacles that can only be overcome with the help of some brand new magic, friendship, and a musical number.
how do you have a musical number in a comic?
You don't.
It's like, I guess you can put the little musical notes, but it doesn't hit the same way.
Okay. And the final bit of comic news, and this is why we're actually so funny. Diamond Comic Distributors has ceased all operations indefinitely, and IDW's May releases are delayed indefinitely.
So yes, all those comics aren't actually going to come, basically are not going to come out when they're normally supposed to.
Yeah, and on top of that, also the May was the month that the Transformers Pony crossover was supposed to come out, and that's not happening now.
Yep. Oh, wasn't there also like some convention exclusive covers that then the conventions got canceled?
Yeah, something like that. I'm not sure, but yeah.
It's like,
Diamond Comic Distributors is the sole distributor for comic shops, and they halted all of all distribution because of coronavirus concerns. A lot of comic shops are kind of in a weird place now.
Mm-hmm.
They're already in bad shape, and now this makes things worse. You can't sell anything to anyone when there's nothing new to sell.
It's also hard to sell when lots of stores are actually closed due to...
Some of them are able to stay open and do like curbside and pick up and whatnot.
Yeah.
They're doing that sort of thing. I believe some of them, I heard DC Comics is doing a thing of you just buy digitally, a very specific thing. You buy a digital copy at the comic store, and then when they actually are able to ship them again, they'll give you the physical copy.
Interesting.
So that's the thing. I'm not sure if IDW is going to do something like that. As right now, IDW seems to be we're going to delay everything until whenever.
Whenever, yeah, indefinitely.
Diamond, yeah, because Diamond said till further notice, basically. So we have no idea when they're going to pick that back up. Which means the comics we're going to talk about this episode are going to be the last ones we talk about for a while.
Yep.
Equestria Girls news, though. The Cheer You On music video has hit YouTube. That's the one with Flash singing.
Yeah.
It was released on... It was the International Women's Day's music video special. I'm just like...
Alright.
Like, I get it. I to agree, I get it. Like, it's a guy talking about how amazing these girls are, but at the same time, you pick the one song that's sung by a guy for the International Women's Day.
Yep. Alright.
Whatever.
Alright.
Good job there, Hasbro. You did it.
Yep, you did.
Anyway, Friendship is Magic / Pony Life news. Hasbro's doing some stuff with ponies to help with kids stuck at home during this pandemic, and including activities and sing-alongs. Apparently the sing-alongs will be coming out every Monday.
Huh.
And it's multiple songs in one video, so that's a weird way to do it, but sure.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah. So that's a thing they're doing. And there's more stop-motion shorts. Are you shocked? Because I'm shocked. Well, I'm not that shocked.
Not that shocked.
Yeah, there's been 5 of them since the last time we recorded. And they're all... I don't remember most of them. Oh, right.
Well, they're not super
Snow Pony
memorable,
Contest. Oh, the Pie Assembly line.
Yeah.
Snowball Fight. Magician Pinkie Pie, when people were angry because where's Trixie? Come on.
Really good.
And Pinkie Pie wants to play because Pinkie can't seem to take no for an answer.
Yeah.
Shame on you, Pinkie.
Bug Twilight.
Yeah, so those are out. They are kind of okay-ish, but weird voices and very, very simple.
Yep, they're pretty simple.
It needs to be about 20%
And another Hello Pinkie Pie has released, this time with Rarity hawking an app.
Yeah. Business.
Once again, a voice that sounds nothing like the normal one. Didn't even try.
Also, Pony Life was in the app. They used Pony Life stuff in the app.
Which still does not have a release date.
Still does not.
Yeah. April listings for Discovery Family have shown nothing Pony Life, so no one knows what's going on there. Who knows? It might have been delayed because of coronavirus.
Who knows? They just haven't announced it because they never announced the initial release in the first place.
Yeah. And final bit of news. The second half of Season 9 is coming to Hulu on April 12th.
Now, when is Netflix going to get it?
I don't know. Who know? Netflix has not gotten any of season 9 yet, so that's what makes you wonder if the license is kind of going to be transferred over.
Yeah, because Hulu only has season 9.
Yes.
Right?
First half of season 9. See a second half coming on the way. I actually think they have the movie too.
I have a Hulu. I can check.
Yeah, so do I. They do have the movie.
If you have the add-on.
Is it Stars?
You have live TV.
Oh,
the really expensive one.
Of course. Okay.
They have a bunch of the old ones too.
Yeah, so did Netflix. I'm sure they still do, but whatever.
Yeah.
So that's the news. Yeah,
that's the news. There was a lot of it.
Not surprising, really. I mean, we had to cover a month, but yeah, we do have 2 new comics to talk about. First off is Friendship is Magic number 88, the second half of the race story, written by Ted Anderson with art by Tony Fleece and colors by Heather Breckel. And now the actual race has begun, and Big Mac and Dash and Chin Boy are racing.
Chin Boy.
I don't remember his name. Silver Streak.
Okay. If I say, do they actually say his name? I look up and there it is right in front of me. Oh.
I just remember Chin.
Chin.
Yeah, and of course, the henchman of the bad guy is trying to take the thing from Dash's cart, and Spike and Yona are suspicious, and the dragons are upset, and they think Dash is the bad guy. But yeah, it's stuff happens and the day is saved. That's and someone learns a valuable lesson on friendship.
Yep.
Yeah, it was an okay story overall, I guess.
Yeah, it was all right. I mean, that's about where I can say it was all right. The art's good. Yeah, the art's good, but I don't know. It's just the villain wasn't really much of a presence, I feel. Yeah, until the very, very end. He's largely removed from everything. I don't know. Yeah, that pretty well sums it up. It's all right. I don't regret buying it. It's fine. It's nice. If you just really, really need more pony, sure. Oh, and Dash kind of loses her mind because she never finished the race. It's the first race she has ever begun and never actually finished. Yeah. And of course, I had to make a little joke. There's always next season. And advertise, season 10's coming. No, it's not. That's been delayed. Canceled due to coronavirus. So yeah, it's an alright story, just not really worth going out of your way to get it. Oh, there it is. Let's see. The WonderCon exclusive cover. I think WonderCon was canceled. Yeah, I think that's the one it was. Oh, well. I think they're doing something to make up for that.
It needs to be
I
about
can't remember the details, though. Yeah, so that's that comic. The other comic, though, is the My Little Pony Equestria Girls Canterlot High March Radness. A one-shot. A little more expensive, $6, because it's 3 stories. Well, 4 stories, but we'll get into that in a little bit later. Yeah, let's see. You got Detention is Magic, written by Danny Djelvsevic. Yeah, I stumbled over that one, not surprisingly. Dashing Around, written by Christina Rice, and Getting Seconds, written by Tony Kusato, who also did all the artwork, and colors by Heather Breckel. Well, almost all the work. Again, we'll get back into that. We'll get back to that. You got one story. Well, the Humane 7 are in detention, and they're trying to figure out why they're in detention. Then they, slowly see their point of view, and we kind of figure out what actually happened. But there's that whole thing. There was an accident. Yeah. You got Dash, who really wants to go to book signing, but she remembers she promised AJ to help on the farm, so she's kind of torn, but she, keeps her promise, and yeah, all sorts of stuff there. And then finally you got, there's a big old athletic competition, and Dash is really gung-ho about it, but kind of disappoints herself in some ways. Yeah. And then finally you got the Fall of Sons of Shimmer. Randomly, we get an old comic thrown in here. Yeah. So they're pretty decent little stories, I guess. Kind of interesting. One of them is very reminiscent of PPOV to a degree because, all the viewpoints. Yep, that first one. You can see all the, Fluttershy having an evil face. Because or whatever, and the robot looks evil because Twilight made it, or Sunset, or Applejack kind of looks, well, dumb.
I'm just looking at Applejack's face, and it's just they're pushing the button.
Yep. What does this button do? And Trixie just, every once in a while, Trixie shows up and off to the side, and the tension is bored, annoyed. Yeah, and so they have to explain that, oh yeah, it was just one big accident.
Yeah.
One big, yeah, and then, yeah, so the other one, though, the next one, yeah, so, yeah, Dash is all like, yeah, AK Yearling, he's got me at the mall.
Hey!
Yeah, but, oh wait, yeah, Applejack. I promised Applejack to help her, and then, yeah, she's rushing through all the chores and stuff to get to the mall real as quick as possible. Then Applejack's upset because the whole point was to hang out, not to do the chores, and yeah, all she had to do was say, I wanted to go to the mall to get the book signed, and yeah, because
yeah, because Applebloom went.
And then they all wound up fine in the end anyway.
Yeah,
of course it does.
It all worked out in the end.
Yeah, then this, what was it? The spring into sports athletic event happens, and Dash is like, well, I got this because I'm me.
I'm me.
And then she just keeps getting second.
Every single thing.
Never first.
She gets second.
And she's upset because, well, she never won anything. But yeah, it's just pointed out that she got the most medals because, well, she did really great. It's just everyone else excelled at one thing. She excelled at everything. Yeah. Then they played soccer and everything's fine.
And then they play soccer and then everything is fine, yes. Dash realizes, like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
I liked it. Of course, it's an introspective look into Dash, so of course I like it.
Yeah.
It's an improvement,
yeah, it's overall pretty good comic, the different stories. It's still weird, the Fall of Sunset, just randomly. They didn't tell anyone about this, I don't think. I don't remember them.
At first it's like, I saw it, I got a little confused, like,
why is this here?
Wait, is this a misprint, or did something go wrong? And no, I don't think so, but...
Yeah, then they had the...
Here it is, Fall of Sunset Shimmer.
Yeah. But then they had the, like the art gallery at the back of the first Equestria Girls comics, different covers. It's weird. It's just weird. This very much feels, I'm not sure if I can confirm this or not, but it very much feels like there's supposed to be 4 stories, and the 4th one got cut for some reason. They just put this old one in to pad it out.
And then they threw this old one in there.
Because it really does feel weird that that's the case. That we just randomly get an old story for no real good reason.
Yeah.
Especially with, like, it's not listed at the front at all.
Yeah, it's just kind of thrown in there. No... Yeah. No indication until you get to it. It's like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, because I
thought I read this already.
Because I saw those 3 stories. Okay, I finished the 3rd. What?
Yeah, it's like there's... You finish the 3rd story and you realize there's still a lot of paper in the back of this comic.
Why are we doing the Fall of Sunset Shimmer? What? I don't understand. It's a weird thing to do, honestly.
I guess technically it's Equestria Girls in a way.
Well, I mean, you're
even though they only see one actual human in the entire story in one picture and one frame.
I mean, you got pretty much the best Equestria Girls comic right there, but I'm not kidding.
I was waiting for that one.
I mean, remember all the other ones were what the other ones were. I want you to remember. I want you to remember the holiday special.
At least it wasn't Star Wars.
But yeah, it's kind of weird, and it almost feels like it's either A, because some reason the 4th story got cut, or B, they're just trying to justify the $6 price.
I guess.
Something weird. It feels like because there's no... I don't remember it being advertised at all that they were adding the Fall of Sunset Shimmer into this comic at all. I just don't remember that being said anywhere. It's there. And it feels weird that it's there. So I don't know.
Yep. I don't know.
I just find it strange, so whatever. It's overall, though, it's still pretty decent, pretty fun little comic set of stories to read. The art's pretty great. Tone Pencils does a really good job. There's lots of funny faces throughout.
There's some really weird faces all throughout.
Yep. Some weird. Some of them is like, I'm not sure if it's a good face or not, but it made me laugh. So there you go.
And these trying times, any laugh is a good laugh, right?
Yes. Yep. I guess. So yeah, I would definitely recommend of the 2. The two stories, yeah, I would recommend the Equestrials one over the racing one. But that's just me.
I don't even know if you can compare them. They're so different.
Yeah, they're different, but I have personal enjoyment.
Different lines too.
Yeah, but personal enjoyment, I would definitely say go for the Canterlot High. But whatever.
Just remember, at this point, you're getting into the hooves versus no hooves argument.
Whatever.
We all know how that ends up going.
I don't know. So that's the comics. We'll go ahead and move on though to the season 2 episode that we're talking about. We're talking about Sweet and Elite, that whole thing. And in this episode, Rarity goes to Canterlot and whatnot, and gets checked up at the castle. Wants to work on a dress. Yeah, I know. Wants to work on a dress for Twilight's birthday and whatnot. Then gets noticed by Fancy Pants Senpai, and and then has to choose between her new social life and professional career or her friends from Ponyville, and then eventually realizes she doesn't have to do that, and and then learns a valuable lesson, and that's the end. More or less.
Valuable lesson in friendship.
Of course,
always.
I mean, it's friendship is magic. So yeah, season 2. I remember this episode coming out, and I'm trying to remember the exact order, but I believe this was right after stuff like Cutie Pox, Mysterious Mare Duel, those episodes.
We are sitting at computers. We can just look.
I'm looking right now. I'm looking it up. Yes, it was. It was after the Mysterious Mare Duels, after like 3 episodes in a row, which the fandom regarded as weak. I felt this was, oh good, we're finally back into good form with this one.
Finally, some good food.
Yeah, because Cutie Pox, May the Best Pet win. I personally didn't like it. A lot of people didn't. You thought it was okay. Mysterious Mare Duel.
I remember May the Best Pet win. I thought it was all right, but there was definitely some weird bits to it.
Mysterious Mare Duel, almost everyone hated that.
For different reasons, but yes.
Almost everyone hated it. And then Sweet and Elite comes along. It's like, finally, we're back to normal. Thank goodness the streak's over.
To a point.
Because I remember really liking this episode a lot back in the day. And I still do. Rewatching it, I still really like it a lot. I've come to really like Rarity as a character and whatnot. So for me, just seeing early Rarity, and this is kind of when we start seeing, I guess, crazy Rarity really start to shine a little more. I mean, we saw a glimpse of her back in Suited for Success, but this is crazy Rarity starting to really come out.
Yeah, this episode.
And I know you're not such a fan of Rarity.
I'm not a big Rarity fan.
It needs to be about 20% cooler.
It's a tough one to talk about because I know all of the problems that I have with the episode are not the problem of the episode.
It's me.
It's me.
It was me the whole time.
It was me. Dia, I mean, yeah. It's a Rarity-focused episode, and it's really based around
dresses.
Everything about that I really don't care or like. It's also, a large portion of the episode is putting Rarity into somewhat embarrassing situations at times. So there is that sort of third-party embarrassment. Almost not. It's not cringe, but there is. It starts to hit those same avenues.
Mm-hmm.
But such hue, much lockjaw. Yes, all the.
Oh, you come from Ponyville?
Yes. Oh, I hate it so much. All of that, the high class and fashion. It's like you're supposed to
dislike
since
them.
It's so exaggerated. You're supposed to know that like this is not a good proper thing. That this is people going way overboard. But still, it just irks me. But it's still a good episode. It's structured well. It flows well. It's paced well. I think. Rarity is great character. Tabitha does an amazing job. The writing on it is well done.
Megan
All
McCarthy,
of it's well done. It's just not in ways that I like.
Yeah, it's Megan McCarthy who wrote this one.
Yeah, I will say she did a good job. It's just not my cup of tea.
Tea?
Yeah.
Like at a fancy garden party.
Yes.
Yeah.
Take a nice Earl Grey.
No, you're not Picard. You'll never be Picard.
I need to keep watching that.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone will reach those levels. That's way too high of a bar to set.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to ponies.
Yeah, so this episode was I think my biggest thing about it is kind of like, yeah, Rarity kind of gets away with being a bit of a not a good person.
Yeah,
It's a little bit away with it, because her whole thing is like she's willing to lie to Twilight and say, "Oh, my cat's sick, so I can't come back," and then all this stuff just so she could keep doing her socializing and, you know, building herself up in Canterlot. And
Yep.
it almost blows up in her face multiple times, but somehow Karma keeps letting her get away with it for some reason.
Yeah.
But she still learned something from it at the very least, because of all the close calls. So there's that.
And she does finally, you know,
And
straight
she
up
comes through in the
confront-
clutch.
Yeah. At the very end, she finally realizes, no, I screwed up and I'm going to fix this. I'm just going to lay it all down on the line right now. Everything that I built up, I'm just going to put it all out there. And
oh well.
Yeah.
See what happens.
It worked out in the end for her.
Yeah, because she realizes how. The nice thing is over the time she realizes how much, you know, like how bad she's being. Like Twilight moved her birthday party out to Canterlot for Rarity. Twilight, you know, loves her dress even if it's not finished. Twilight sees that Rarity really wants to go to this other party, and it's like, oh, that's a great idea. It's totally smart of you. You should totally go. And it's like, Rarity's just like, oh no, you know, the crushing guilt of such a considerate friend.
Yeah, that I've been lying to you, and you've just been bending over backwards for me, and I didn't even have to lie, and I can't admit it now. And
yeah. It's really good because I feel that's a big chunk of it. The other thing, of course, yeah, crazy Rarity. Like at the beginning, she's literally kissing Celestia's hooves, because
oh yes, that one.
And Celestia's just kind of awkwardly standing there, like,
what do I do? Crap.
And that was also the start of Rare Celestia.
Yeah. You know, this is also, I don't know if this is one of the places where it started, but it was definitely one of the big times the fandom started going,
It's an improvement, darling.
you're trying to fit in with the elite crowd for being all, you know, super famous and whatnot. It's like, you've already saved Equestria. You're
Twice.
heroes of the nation multiple times at this point. Why are you still just, hi, I'm Rarity. I saved the nation twice.
Hi, I'm Rarity.
That
I'm the element of generosity.
Yeah, I'm one of the, you know, guardians of harmony, as we call them now, I guess.
Yeah.
One of the most important people in the nation. But no, she still has to come up with reasons to be important, and it's like, you have them, and you're not even using those.
Yeah.
You're lying even at times. And you won't use something that you don't even have to lie about.
It's the type of pony that every pony should know.
Okay. So, yeah, so I wasn't a huge fan of the episode overall, but that song...
I like that song.
That song was a really good song.
I really like that song.
Yes.
Yes.
It spawned a whole ton of fandom remixes, too.
Remember